You said you're good, so
Yeah.
all right.
Why aren't you talking?
Oh,
Because he's
I was
reading
waiting for you to
music.
tell me to go.
I started when you said you're good. I'm like, yeah.
Oh shit! All right, well, we'll just have like a gap of silence in the beginning. Last time on Wild West: The Reckoning. Woo! Wah wah. Yeah. The Spirit Chasers, having contracted with the Panther's Talon, delved deep into the jungles of Washington to perhaps either recover the bodies of or the living remainder of their mercenary band. However, that night, as they camped out a day away from the ziggurat, they were besieged by Sneeple. Battle ensued, but ultimately they were victorious with no losses. Uh, they then burned the Sneeple corpses, slept for the night, and then traveled out the next day towards the ziggurat. In typical and hilarious Aaron fashion, he determined that he was going to ride on the back of Kothor while strumming the acoustic version of Black Sabbath's War Pigs to announce their arrival. As they then began attacking the Sneeple of the Ziggurat. Yet another battle ensued. Ed went big boy mode, fucked up some big Sneeples. Uh, it was a bit challenging. I don't think anybody went down, if I remember correctly. But ultimately, you guys were wondering, why hasn't there been anybody from the other side of the ziggurat? Where did Mittens and those other guys go? And you found them battling the Sneeple leader inside of a sort of little cathedral reliquary type deal to their snake god. Then combat ended. You guys did a little bit of exploration. You found the blooming crystal. Thank you again for that word a day word, Dustin. Required to repair the factory in which the Warforge are created. And beyond that, you found a little rope. And upon tugging it, stairs were revealed. And you were brought into what seems to be some sort of dungeon. And this dungeon had a placard written in Celestial, which you all translated, which I gave at the end, but so we could do that now if you want to, and that's basically where we picked up. So essentially, I believe you guys had come over to. Oh my God! You haven't determined a name for the Pegasus yet. So you went over to the Pegasus, and he would have read to you previously. I didn't have it, but I have it now. You brave heroes who found this tomb, should you seek to traverse this gloom, know that to survive this crypt, you true companions must be well equipped. To solve difficult puzzles, brains are much more effective than muscles. All manner of knowledge here should be applied, but neglect not your senses should you be denied. If you are sure to take every measure, perhaps you will survive to claim the treasure. Remember, if you attempt this maze, fail to complete it, and you shall remain till the end of your days. Also, in the entry room, there was a large pillar which this placard was upon, and the Roman numeral 1 was carved into it.
Jarvis then promptly said, "Nope." Closed the closed the
like,
stairway to it and walked away.
It was more so, we'll fuck with this later.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna make sure to close it up, and if possible, it's even possible to further hide the mechanism.
It seems to be. It was pretty well hidden. You did roll insanely high in your investigation check, but you do remember it being quite out of the way and not something that you immediately noticed. You really needed to look for it, so you don't think some rando is just going to happen upon it. But then again, who knows?
What's an
You could
anti-ed
try to,
message?
though.
The labyrinth plaque? Yeah. Yeah, it totally is.
Himbo oppression. Could be. Not everything can be solved with your moose glaze, Ed. But yeah, if you do want to try and hide it more than it already is, Jarvis, what would you be trying to hide it with?
A sign that says "Don't pull."
I think that's the best option. Now, if anything, you'd want to put a sign there that says pull so that you reverse psychology them into not pulling it because they, yep,
Reverse triggered.
reverse triggered. But yeah, you guys, anybody doing anything else?
Let's see. I think I'm chilling.
Just being chilling.
Yeah, Walter is
Ah, yeah.
Petting
Being
Kothar.
chilling to you too, my dude.
You just patting Kothar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I sent Ed back to Kothar. Making sure Kothar is good.
Alrighty. Yeah, Kothar looks unscathed from this battle. I think only like one bolt was shot at him, and it just clanked right off of his hard carapace hide.
Carapace.
Yeah, he's not a bug. I'm
Keratin.
sorry. Keratin. There you go.
Keratin. Ketamine.
Ketamine frog. I would say eventually Eric, Merrick, Derek, and Mittens
I hate it.
would all come out along with any remaining of their guys who didn't perish after they had dealt with those that had been fed the potion. And yeah, um, Mittens will just kind of like collectively look towards you guys and, well, we're probably gonna get the rest of the band to investigate this place a little better and see what sort of supplies we can take from it. You're free to stick around, but if you want to go take that where you got to, you can meet back up with us. It's up to you. We do owe you, though. We do owe you, and you will be paid.
Right.
Let's go.
Well, you probably could dispatch a Cobalt Caravan delivery boy to give us the money if we end up parting ways before you get your money.
That was the general idea, yes. If you had wished to depart, since you've done so much already, and I could understand you not wanting to stick around in the jungle too much longer. But a deal is a deal, and
I have
we would not
altered the
be.
deal.
No. And we would not be men of our word if we did not. However, would Callie still be in that main area, Tom? Over in the temple? Bombus?
He's gonna come in and like, oh, sorry, I was muted.
I'm back. What'd I miss? Crap,
Damn,
sorry.
Dustin. We weren't talking about you. We were talking about Tom this time. You got lucky, but you outed yourself. You
No. Because I walked in right when you said watch him come back, and he said he was muted, because I was muted when I had to leave for a hot second.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Where the fuck did Tom go? Okay. So I guess Callie's still in the temple. So Mittens will just. We did promise the lady that we would escort her to Nunyanzru if that's where she still wishes to go. I do not know.
For some reason, she's not talking to me.
Yeah, she's not talking to me. I don't know why.
She's just
It's really
standing there
weird.
with her brain dead expression.
She's just 1,000-yard stare. I feel like she's seen some shit. Do any of you know if this is the first time she's killed somebody?
I think she said something along those lines.
That explains it. Yep. She's got to cope.
Wait, question. Who has the Avatar's angle?
The what?
Marcus.
Marcus, okay. What were you about to ask me?
Jarvis, do you have a bottle of copium for Callie?
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, I don't deal in narcotics.
Bruce, you bought drugs.
Oh, Bruce doesn't either.
Actually, I don't think we
Tom,
know.
who's
he
also
bought
playing
drugs.
Bruce, can't respond if he has drugs or not.
The party does not know if he has drugs. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
nah. Nobody was there when he talked to Bruges to buy those sick psychedelics.
Oh, right.
Hold on, this will get his attention.
What are you gonna like add him a dozen
No.
times? Oh my god! If that doesn't bring him back, I don't know what will.
What are you doing to him?
He was quite upset at that quotation mark. That quotation.
I think it's mainly just the attribution.
Yeah, just the dumbass part.
The normal part.
So yeah, he'll just
Oh, is that Tom?
I don't know.
Has he finally arrived?
I think that was someone else's mic.
Do I saw that some of you went below. There's more to this place. Did you see any more of those snake creatures?
Well, based on what the Pegasus read, it seems to be some sort of tomb that's a labyrinth that is, if you're not prepared for such a mental ordeal, it will kill you.
I recommend staying out of it. For now, at least, unless you want to bring a bunch of scholars back here and try disarming the place, essentially.
Well, I'll be honest. We were paid to scout and find anything of value. Now, if we were to go back and tell them that we found this place and did not explore it, we probably won't get paid too much, but we've already garnered significant losses
And
in terms of personnel.
It did say that it harbors great treasure. So,
it also stated that once you start, you can't leave until you finish it.
So I'd say you satisfied the condition of scouting. You found a place. There's valuables here, but you can't access them.
If anything,
Who drew the Among Us?
Where?
Where?
That has
Who
to
the
have been Dustin.
What the crap? No, that wasn't me.
What? No, that had to have been a Moorhead earlier today when he was in here. He had the same
Screw
color
off,
for
that
his
wasn't me.
icon.
I'm so confused.
I'm gonna add a Moorhead. I bet it was him.
Okay, now I see it.
Okay. That blended in there for a while. I thought that was a shadow.
I saw a
just kept
little bit of
glancing
blue,
over.
and that attracted my eye.
I thought it was just a blotch in the freaking the square.
That's what I thought too. It's just fuck. Ignore it. So yeah, he's just like, yeah, I think I'm going to take my people back to Nunyanzuru and recuperate. I think this is a good idea.
Well, we're heading in the same direction mostly. We'll part ways once we get to the trail that leads to the Warforge.
Alrighty. Sounds good. And with that, they'll spend a little bit more time recovering what they can. You do end up seeing them pull out some pottery, a couple of things that look like it might be of some sort of value. Nothing crazy though. Uh, One of them seems to have won around, and you wouldn't have noticed it previously. But they all sort of have like whatever. Well, no, I feel like this is a reasonable thing. The equivalent of like a dog tag. They sort of have like these little like small square metal necklaces that they wear. I'm sorry, not square. It would be rectangular, but not like downward facing like actual dog tags are. It's more like little bit longer and like across vertically. And they all a number of those end up getting collected from their fallen comrades, and yeah. And then once that's said and done, Mittens will just be like, "Well, we're gonna head back to the camp for now. You could come after us. You could come with us. It's up to you."
Well,
And they'll
Probably safer with these guys who.
Yeah, if we're going the same direction, might as well travel together.
well, I would still like to drop off this crystal to those nice Warforges.
Well, yeah, that's what I said earlier, that we're going the same way, but we'll have to split off to go to the Warforge.
Speaking of which, the blooming crystal is currently tied around Zeus's body.
Should we put that in a
Yes.
bag of holding?
I don't think we can, based on how wide it is.
So the color was green, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good consistency. Put it in the bag of holding. Yeah, you could probably fit it in there.
Yeah, also remind me next time we're in a town to find find a shop that sells bags of holding, so I'm not wasting an infusion on it.
Alrighty. So I'll just say for now, if there's no objections, you guys will spend the rest of the day just heading back towards the camp that you had previously stayed at the night before.
Yeah.
However, the numbers would be reduced now. Let's see. Those two would be kaput. And the rest of these guys would be here though, but with the addition of Eric.
Oh, good. My shack's still standing.
Yep, I believe you had enough time for that to have still been standing.
Yeah, he did work on making it.
Out of curiosity,
Stand
how
fast.
long does it take you to make one of those makeshift shacks?
I do it as part of a long rest. There isn't exactly a defined amount of time.
Shit. Okay, now they're back.
Front.
Yeah, is Callie traveling with the mercenaries all the way to New Nianzru, Tom?
Are you guys not going with them?
We're going part way with them. We're peeling off to go to Warforge.
Yeah.
I gotta make my freaking icon.
You're going back to Warforge?
Because we gotta give them the crystal!
Yeah.
Yep.
We're
that
good
they do.
people.
We're good people. The way he said that, so we're good people. I promise. I swear.
All right. She's gonna. um. Hey, Walter.
Hmm?
If you don't mind, like, I don't mind going with the mercenaries, but I don't really know them as much as like I know you guys. Would
You
it-
met us. at the
I
same
mean,
time as
we've
them.
known. You've known them for as long as you've known us.
Well, I know, but like, I don't
They're
know.
not player characters.
They're not. Yeah, they're not player characters.
Wow, that's harsh. Way to criticize their lack of souls.
Hey, hold on. Why are you speaking for me?
Can I fucking finish?
No.
No.
No, not at
No.
all. I will doom you to the 9 hells. No, sorry. Go ahead.
So, I mean, if it's okay, I mean, are you guys gonna go back to New Nianzru after, or?
Well, we were planning on heading south and making our way back to Austin. Maybe going through San Francisco. I don't know. That's still up in the air.
If it makes any sense, does it make sense to go back to New Naranzio, grab some supplies, and start heading-
I mean, we could also charter a ship to take us to San Francisco. We don't have to walk
We
back.
could do that. We could do that. Also, who's laughing hysterically for what reason?
You Neanzaro.
All I thought of was SpaghettiOs.
Oh, I thought Alarondo.
New answer.
I mean, it's if you guys did want to head back, you could, but it will be more time. I mean, you're not in a rush for anything. The only thing that seems to have like any urgency that was brought to your attention would be the contract that you guys took from the Hunters
The
Association
kids that
for
are quickly dying.
yes, the children that are quickly being killed by spiders in the Austin area.
It may or may not have been taken care of, or has
Yep.
gone very, very bad.
Yeah. So one or
Also,
the other.
we the ship might end up actually being faster. We don't know.
Well, let's pull out the map and look.
Sure, I can move you guys over. Give me a second. I'll take you to the big old map of the UI survey.
Because that actually would be helpful for charting purposes. Alright.
Oh snap!
And we're fucking here, right?
No, we're Ed's.
You guys would be actually a little bit further now. You'd be
Oh,
about
that's
there.
right. He has
Oh.
a bag of holding.
Alright.
Um,
And we are.
so we'd
Fuck.
have to. Oh shit. So we'd have to go this way, and then over, back,
Yo, there's Marcus.
I want to take a boat to
sail out.
California.
That's we can't sail out there.
I'm just trying. I'm not saying it's the direct path.
Beck's just doing that.
Now, where would we land? Is my question.
San Francisco.
San Fran.
Yeah, because Walter wants to head to San
you have-
Francisco, and then we
you got
could cross
folks
this
there?
way, which we found out was faster than going through Glacier Break and then south. And then we can hook up with this railroad.
Question: has anyone ever been to the Badlands?
I heard it's bad, but also nice.
I actually had a close friend of the family die there.
That
Place looked too dry.
That doesn't mean much. We just killed a bunch of people who were just in a temple.
Jarvis, you could
What?
show a bit of compassion.
Compassion kind of has left me a long time ago.
I mean, does it
tell.
mean you can't make an effort?
I try sometimes, but usually comes off the wrong way.
Well, that means you're not trying right.
Callie just kind of like retreats to the corner, upset hearing that.
What?
Badlands look.
Does it seem like she was upset at what Jarvis said or what Walter was saying?
Oh, definitely what Jarvis said.
Okay.
But you could.
Does New Anzaru have a port that leads out to sea?
Yeah. We took
All right.
a boat.
Yeah, but that was across the water. That wasn't out. That was going across a large lake.
It was not a what?
I can't remember what.
We were going across this body of water, right? Oh shit! Can't ping it there. Right here. We're going across like the big.
Yeah, if I hold on.
Oh! I just realized that's water right there. Thank
Y'all-
you. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Y'all went this way. and then you cut over.
So we would have to be going.
Yeah, we went that way. Yeah, we'd have to sail out through here. And then
Okay.
sail down.
I'm game for that.
Which-
How's
Going
everyone?
by water. This is my element.
Oh yeah, Ed doesn't like water.
Sucks for them. I like the water.
What about my dino?
He also wants to get new armor in Glacier Break. Oh yeah, and they might not be able to carry Kothar.
Well, I mean that we may be able to have to chart a specific vessel for it.
Ed, would you
Which
be okay with sailing to San Francisco, or would you rather walk? It probably would end up being faster to sail.
I mean, I have no issues with it one way or the other. I'm currently just now making a. Well, there's a couple things that intrigue me at this current time that I may have to address later, such as a particular person, and maybe some stuff with Machina Industries.
I wasn't asking you, Jarvis. I was asking Ed.
I'm also Ed.
Oh, Ed's actually here listening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes?
it's here.
Oh my God.
I am. I did not
Yeah,
see.
Ed-
I apologize.
Yeah, fuck it, man. I'll deal. All right. As long as I can take Kothar. I imagine we can probably find a ship that can deal with him.
When you were in Nianzuru, there were a number of ships that larger than merengues that could, in all likelihood, accommodate Kothar.
Could
So-
Captain Morakay ship take Kothar?
God,
Probably
no.
not. No, it is very much built for halflings.
The deck would be like at water level if we put him in the hold.
And also, if you Ed was like hitting his head on the rafters if he went below deck. There's no way Kothor's fitting in there. Yeah, it could barely take Ed's. It's yeah.
Like every time there
You're
was
not
a
gonna-
small wave, it took on water.
So
Gotta get
yeah,
our buckets out.
you reasonably could. Let me put it this way. From here, let's see. That would be, what was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 if you follow the road that way. Two about 2 to 3-ish there, about 2 to 3-ish back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 6 is 12. 12 and another another like 18 days. Am I doing my math right? I feel like I'm doing my math right. You could go faster on certain days if you wanted to, but if you were going faster, it would either like put exhaustion on Kothor, or like you guys if you weren't riding in the cart to make things go faster and you were moving alongside it. So
I see. I
but
see,
if
I
you
see.
do want to head back after that, you can. There's, like I said, there's currently no time constraint besides what you think may or may not still be going on in Austin. So
I see.
All right.
Well, I'm fine with just moving whatever speed. I'm used to the running.
You have a story to tell.
It takes about 6 and 7 days total, 6 or 7 days total from Seattle to San Francisco on a modern sailing ship? What? That can't be right.
Well,
Yeah, it takes about a week.
Oh, well, you gotta also
I mean, it's
apply
far.
wind and cargo. Let's see if any of it slows down. Not to mention
Swords.
possible mystical encounters with monsters.
This is true too.
931 nautical miles from San Francisco to Seattle.
Oh, to Seattle.
Yeah, which is the closest we have to New Room.
Okay.
Which
gotcha.
it would actually be slightly shorter.
Wait, that means. No, never mind. I'm not.
The long scenic route is about 18 days.
It is still it's still technically shorter time than traveling on foot.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be a lot faster.
All right. Let's go drop off the sparky magical rock.
And we can tell them how to make more. Just throw a big rock at a reckoning portal if it ever crops up.
That is not how that works.
Well, the rock that Bruce threw at the portal that we saw appear in Yellowstone started glowing like this.
Yeah, that's because I don't know. I would have to test it. I don't know if anyone has tested that theory.
Well,
Probably-
once we get back to Austin, we can do a little bit of experimentation with it.
I forget who left it with him, but actually it might have been Bruce, but that might have been one of us as Bruce, leaving the rock with the doctor.
I think it might have been Walter's idea overall. It's like, yeah, we can give this to him because he's the
on.
science guy.
Is there an active portal open in Austin?
No.
No, it's just a rock.
You just gotta get lucky and be at the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, active portals aren't like necessarily a thing. It's not like portals to the Feywild and Terrell where there are some that are just permanently open and then others that aren't.
That's why Jarvis was surprised when he heard you say that.
What about the portal?
Yeah, because
Isn't it a known thing that portals open up from time to time and then like immediately
is.
close?
Yeah,
no,
they
but
just
you said
open and close.
experiment with it when we get back to Austin.
Yeah,
That
experiment
doesn't-
with the rock that we threw at the portal.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's referring to the rock because
Okay,
this is
I
not the
thought you
first time
were
they've seen such a
experimenting.
thing.
I thought the way it was sounding, it was like experimenting with the portal.
I mean, if we come across one, you could, but you don't have a lot of time to do it.
Yeah, you could try.
Interdimensional rips and tears in the universe. That's not something I've really studied. May have to study it now.
I mean,
Thanks.
when you should have started studying it was yesterday. The next best time is today.
Let me just finish one project at a time, man.
I thought you were a good multitasker.
We're
I only
going
have
back to the
One
south.
hand and one brain.
No, you're not going south.
We're heading north. To go
That's
south.
Further we get away from them, the better.
Here, then this way.
Well, if you're following the road straight, but honestly, once you get past like the Cascadia area, you could just cut up to here and then kind of just cut back in.
We
like,
could
through the
also
jungle.
Oregon Trail our cart down the river. Although it flows. Oh no, yeah, it does flow that way.
You could. Yeah.
That's
I
the
hadn't-
sound of a DM being
hadn't
like, I don't think
considered
you
that.
should do that.
I hadn't considered it. I mean, I
Better.
could think of a river encounter or two.
Yeah.
What?
It's probably not a good idea. Because we'd have to bring Kothar along, and Kothar is too dense to swim.
That's true. Yeah. So
Yeah.
moving Kothar would be difficult.
And there definitely would be rapids.
And yeah, and if you hit hard enough rapids, you might just lose the cart and anything in it. So it's not impossible, but it's definitely not a safe idea. So, but you guys are just gonna start heading back for now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on the time of day, because I thought you said it was like half a day to get to the temple, or 3.
About, yeah. So I would say that by the time you would return back to the camp, it was like mid to late evening.
So we'll rest and go.
But you could stay at the camp for the night and then just depart in the morning and start heading, because that seems to be what the remainder of Mittens' group is going to be doing.
Right now.
All right. I guess we take a long rest, which means we level up.
That is, yep.
Oh snap! We leveled up.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, calm down, Jesus
That
Christ.
really
Don't we-
sucks.
Don't we reroll ones or no?
Mm,
Let's go.
Oh fuck!
fuck it, I'll let you reroll the one.
All right, watch it be another one. I'll take a 6, which I got another 1 because that ends up being 7.
I'm at 71 health now.
I wish I had that much health.
That's actually pretty
Oh, I'm
nice.
almost at 50 health. Let's go.
Okay.
And then...
And now comes the big question.
What?
What should I get?
I would say for Bruce, Aaron, and Ed,
I'm
their...
not gonna mess with their stuff. I'm talking
Okay.
about for harvest.
No, I'm just putting it out there. Just leave it alone until
They do it.
yeah.
Oh. Well, technically, Ed can tell me what he wants right now. As if he wants to. He doesn't have to, though. Okay. Now, here is the question. Should I get linguist?
That's a decision that you yourself must make. You can only find the answer inside.
What do you think, Dustin?
I don't think I've been here enough to help make that decision.
Okay.
So I wouldn't really know how it could help us
I'm gonna
unless
think on,
like
I'm gonna think on it for now for me.
I see.
I mean, if your stats are where you want them to be,
Well,
take a feat.
that's always good to have to be able to increase your stats normally, but there are a couple of ways I plan on building Jarvis, like getting him Shield Master is one of them. But I may not need that depending on how I build him.
To my knowledge, Jarvis doesn't even use a shield.
I do use a shield. It's built into my arm.
Oh, I understand what you're saying, Dustin. Hold on, let me look at your thing real quick.
Gotcha.
Oh, so okay, so just hit this. I'm just gonna hit cancel on it. Right.
Alright.
Okay. Got you. All right. So yeah, I had forgotten about that, and I forgot to basically make you a secondary one. That's my apologies. But yeah,
That's okay.
so just leave it as it is for now because yeah,
Alright, sounds cool.
No, that
he
is
had
it.
accidentally leveled himself up to 8 when we were doing the creation process, so he's technically been 8 the whole time. So
Yeah.
I couldn't level myself back down. I just wanted to like change a spell, and I didn't realize that like it would level me up against my will to do that.
Also, what was I gonna say? Uh, um, Luke makes a good point. Maybe Jarvis will just start asking around the camp what he should start focusing on talent-wise.
I mean, languages is something that would be useful because a lot of us don't speak languages beyond what we already know. Like, um, Ed knows Giant. I know Dwarvish and French. I don't know what Center knows or what Callie knows. Probably Halfling for Callie. Uh, Bruce knows Primordial. Aaron apparently knows Sylvan. And another language. Yeah, if my sheet opens up, I'll be able to tell you what languages I know. I speak drum. Oh, wrong list. I know Giant and Sylvan, as long as English, of course.
What about Marcus?
Marcus knew this weird demon speak.
Demon or devil? There's a difference.
I'm pretty sure it was demon.
it sounded
I've
pretty
been
demonic.
muted this whole time. It's definitely demonic.
Just like the simulations.
Spell
Yeah.
pistol.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, he spoke epistle.
Okay.
Alrighty. But yeah, so once you guys have finished with that, I could just say you'll start traveling with them. Just to make things simplistic, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about there.
I could focus on my language abilities, but I could also focus on my defensive capabilities with my shield or with my skills in themselves.
Well, I've focused on my magical studies. I'm an initiate of the College of Winter. College of Mysticism.
Mysticism. Fucking everybody with the College of Winterhold.
It's just me.
Well,
Tom's done it too.
I purposely called it that.
Well, I mean, it's true. The map does look like it, but I mean, like, I don't know. I guess that was like the designer's choice.
Who's the designer?
Tom Cardos.
Who?
That's the name of the guy that makes the map.
Oh.
Yeah, like those more high detail maps that I use, like the ones that look, I guess, very realistic.
Yeah.
Those are Tom Cardos, name drop. And then the sort of realistic, but still kind of like keeping that D&D like aesthetic is Chespeku. And then the one that I used for the Warforge factory was chick named Baltor or something like that, and the rest of it's neutral party and whatever I could find on Google.
As we're getting ready in the morning to leave, Walter will cast Speak with Animals.
Oh,
The fuck?
okay.
Oh.
Hey, Kothar.
you would hear sort of like a low rumbling from him at first. And actually, does he have the intelligence score to like actually formulate words in his own language?
I believe he does, but I have a question.
It's not so much their intelligence. Like this just lets you speak with beasts. It doesn't matter their intelligence.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Hello.
I just kind of wanted to say hi and like kind of get your opinion on how things are going.
Going? We've gone pretty far.
Oh, ooh, um, how do you like being with us? How do you like Ed?
I like Ed. He feeds me and gives me those head pats. Those are nice. He's just like in between like the long pauses are just him like just passively grazing. So he's just constantly chewing on something.
Almost like a cow.
Yeah, I just don't want to make the noises because like no thanks ASMR. But yeah, he'll just like
Please do.
continue to chew and he kind of just looks in your direction like expecting to see if you're like gonna ask him anything else.
um, do you get seasick?
I don't even think this guy's seen the sea.
It was a
He
new answer.
wasn't in the answer. But he goes, I've never been in the big water before.
You've never been on a boat?
No.
Do you get motion sickness?
I move all the time and I don't get sick, so no.
Okay. If you feel like you're moving, but it doesn't look like you're moving, do you feel sick then?
No?
Okay, I think you should be good on the boat then.
Okay. He just keeps eating.
Gothar, how well do you understand us when I'm not using this?
It's almost like he kind of like slightly heaves the front part of his body forward a little bit. Not like aggressively. It's almost like a shoulder shrug.
I don't know.
He's just but he doesn't say anything beyond that. He just kind of does that and continues to look at you.
Who's nearest to me?
Probably Ed if it's the next morning.
Yeah. Ed, you want to say some things to Kothar? I just want to see how well he understands you.
Does anyone know Elvish?
Oh shit.
Does no one know Elvish?
I don't think so.
I
Give me
can't
one
shit
second.
right now.
To go back on what we were talking about earlier, Callie speaks Common, Goblin, Halfling, and Infernal.
Oh my god. The
Uh, yeah, Walter. Do you miss me to do the answer?
uh is that Walter saying that
That
as
that
Ed or
that's
you
Ed saying
say
that. That's
okay,
me
that's Ed
saying it
saying
for
that.
Ed.
Um Kothar just kind of like while he's chewing, he's like, Miss, no,
So you do understand us when. Oh, it's just that we don't understand you.
Probably.
You can talk to that thing.
Yeah, I started dedicating myself to my magical studies a bit more. So and it's not a thing. His name is Kothar.
I
You can
like
talk
the
to that
name.
Kothar thing.
It,
It's a good name.
apparently you're named after Ed's father.
Oh,
But
Headstrong. Armstrong. It's a good name.
I'm actually gonna start reading to you and kind of help you understand the world a bit better.
Does
But I'm not busy helping Jarvis making his weird railgun.
What's a reed?
You'll find out. You know those kind of rectangular um things with like the pieces of paper in them. Actually, Walter probably has a book on him.
To that,
Uh,
Kothar would say, and uh, Walter would hear this. He'd say, "You nice too." And as you're explaining about the whole thing with like books, he goes, "There used to be a man. He would look at my teeth with one of those rectangles, and then he'd walk away. And then they'd feed me."
That's interesting. I wonder what that was about. Maybe he was a dentist of some sort. Checking to see how well your teeth are. Actually, don't they have a beak?
I feel like they have like molars. I always remember in the dinosaur documentary is them having like molars to like crush up the leaves and stuff.
depending
Or
on the
or am
depending
I
on the
bugging?
type.
Do
Depends on the type.
ankylosaurs have teeth?
Don't
They had a
remember.
narrow beak. It also had small leaf-shaped teeth,
Okay.
which may have been useful for gnashing small fruits or invertebrates.
All right. I do not rescind my statement.
Over the course of the few days that we are starting to travel, Jarvis has shown an extensive reach with his new languages.
Okay. So what are you doing with your languages?
I'm just basically saying I picked up linguist.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And what
I
languages
got
have you picked?
Celestial, Elvish, and Draconic.
Useful languages.
They're also
Call
magically
you the
based.
talker.
I can also create ciphers now. So if we need to do any coded stuff,
She said Elvish, Draconic, and what else?
Celestial.
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 Oh, okay. Good, good, good. Yeah, you'd definitely have be able to read any additional placards in that language where they, if you find them. Um, alrighty.
I can
Um,
speak Latin now.
uh, were you gonna say anything else to Kothar?
No, probably would talk to him a bit more, but like not anything relevant. Probably like explain the world to him.
Okay. There seems to be like an understanding of simpler, more general terms, but when you get into specifics, he either becomes not in a rude way, but just like disinterested, or maybe he just can't understand it fully. But he does listen. It's not like he goes away. He still kind of like keeps one eye on you, like expectantly waiting for you to say more to him until your time is up. And he does, yeah, he does definitely seem beyond the spell itself capable of understanding what you guys say to a degree, just not being able to communicate back.
That's
Which
fascinating.
is probably me being a little bit too generous considering he does have quite a low intelligence, but I don't know. Maybe he's the exception to the rule.
Maybe a reading to him will raise it by 1 each time.
Imagine,
For every
yeah, he'll have
book.
like a 20 by the end of it.
I mean, we
he'll-
can
he'll
just get him
fucking-
a headband of intellect.
Can would he even be able to attune
Would
to
he
it?
even be able to use that?
Yes.
Any creature can attune to an item.
Oh my god, a headband of intellect for an ankylosaur. That'd be terrifying.
He like automatically gains a top hat and a monocle and starts drinking tea.
Could be, could be. So I'll say you guys will start the travel to get to that point where you guys like cut off and through to go towards the Warforge will be about 6 days. So if there's anything that your characters will be working on during that time, let me know. Let me
Helping
know when I.
Jarvis make his gun.
Okay.
10-minute break, you said?
I wasn't gonna do a 10-minute break. I was just gonna go pee real quick. But I mean, if you
Oh,
also
okay.
need to use the
Sorry,
bathroom or
that's
something,
what I don't know how that's what I heard because I do have to use the bathroom. So be right back.
yeah, same. I can't hold it anymore.
I now have Mage Hand and Guidance. Or would I rather have Druidcraft? Yeah, I'll take Druidcraft instead.
I'm pretty sure you'd want Druidcraft more. Surprised you didn't pick up Mending.
I can't,
Why?
because I can only pick between Guidance, Mage Hand, and Druidcraft. For
Well, why did you pick up Initiate, the 6/7 Initiate, and not just regular Magic?
Quandrix,
Why'd you pick up that and not just regular Magic Initiate?
because it's slightly better. I can
How's it
cast the
slightly-
spells either once for free or with a spell slot. With Magic Initiate, you can't do that. I can also later on take Strixhaven Mascot.
Do you plan on getting Mascot?
I think it would be fun.
Oh boy.
Also, Walter will make weather forecasts every morning.
Is Amorhan just dead?
I think he is, because I just messaged him too.
That's unfortunate.
Oh my god.
I know.
This shit's getting fucking annoying.
And like right in the middle of things too. Like I'm just starting out trying to get into the fucking flow, and then
They're just supposed to be fucking pray time, bro.
yeah, he was praying. He was. It's a form of communication.
I'm so fucking over it, bro.
Dustin, you back or?
No, he's still muted.
All right. Well, I'll just ask him when he's back what he's doing. So.
I've arrived.
All right. During the 6 days that you guys will be traveling, are you going to be trying to work on anything?
We're
Like,
now 6 days of travel.
yeah, it's gonna be 6 days of travel to head back up to the cutoff point, going towards these Warforge that these other guys were talking about.
I see.
So if during that time, like if you had an idea of something you wanted to work on for your character, like begin working on a custom spell or anything of that nature, like any sort of downtime activity. It doesn't even have to be a spell. It could be like writing in a journal or something like that,
Oh, I see. Let me see. In my case, I'll probably just like start writing a letter to where I previously lived for my family if they ever made it out. I just assume and just hope that they would see it one day if I ever managed to mail it out.
Okay. All right. You do know that the Kobold Caravan Company they deliver letters all around. So if you guys if that's like the consensus after the factory are heading back to Nianzru to charter a boat down the coast, there is a post office there, and you would be able to mail it if you so wish to.
Let's
Uh,
freaking go. That
I
sounds
would
cool.
say between now and then, you probably have until like the next session or so.
Sounds
If you
good.
want to like actually write it out, so that way like I can maybe give you a response back or something in the future.
Yeah,
It
sounds
probably
cool.
would cost a bit more since you don't know where exactly they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
If you give them a name,
Like
they
send out
usually
a
seem
whole
to be able to
mercenary
figure it
squad
out.
just to find him. Be like the courier from Skyrim, just like
I've been
it's
looking for
like
you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Yep. Dragon. There's a dragon fight in the background. He's still on his. He's still tempted to deliver that letter.
Alrighty. Bruce isn't here yet, but he was working on Greater Steed. I'll have asked him if he was passively working on anything. So I'll just say, since Mittens' group is with you, you guys have the luxury of not having to worry about perception checks again because he does set guys for watch. And for whatever reason, beyond the general noises of the jungle, and dinosaurs, it seems like any other sort of like tension or anything like that has kind of gone away from this area. You think that like you taking out the Sneeple might have kind of brought some sort of temporary balance to the area. Um, and I'll just say over the next 6 days, you do eventually make it back to that previous location where you had set up and left your cart behind with the Panther's Talon. And once you get to that point that day, I would say Mittens and Merrick would turn around to you guys and, all right, well, I imagine this is where we part ways.
We are overall going to New Neanderu. It did only take us a day to. No, it didn't. It took us 2 days. Yeah, if we happen to pass by you in New Neanderu, I'll say hi. But yeah, we're going to be chartering a ship. So
Mordecai.
yeah, it was
All
good.
right.
Good working and traveling with you.
Well, if we're
I
going to
greatly
see you there,
appreciate the things you guys did for me, keeping me
no
alive and
problem.
such.
Well, after you turned up on the road looking all disheveled like that, we weren't going to rob you to begin with, but I don't think anybody here would have felt right doing that.
Also, Callie, if
So,
you want, you can.
It sure was a bit fortunate too, meeting these odd bunch of folks. Anyway, giving me some checks, I believe it was called.
yeah, Aaron.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're called chicks. It's good for you.
yeah. I don't know if I believe that, but whatever the case, you guys kept me from dying. I don't think I would have lasted longer. Hope may we meet again in the future. Hopefully in good fit terms.
Man, you and Callie are both welcome to come with us. We're just gonna make a slight detour.
I believe they
Um,
call it a pit stop.
Well,
I'm
considering
super
it's a
nice,
3-day pit stop that involves walking.
um, I guess if you don't mind, I just don't really want to walk by myself again.
Entirely up to you.
Okay, so is that a yes or?
I mean, I did offer, which should be an automatic yes.
This is yeah. You make me an insight check, Callie.
Okay.
Yeah, they want you to come along with them. I would say that this would retroactively apply to Centaur too. That
back.
I mean,
What I missed, what I missed.
he did
I
say
I
both.
had to say goodnight. My bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
Callie and
oh,
Centaur, you're more than welcome to come along with us.
Okay.
I was trying to say bye to the. I was saying bye to the mercenaries because I was going with you guys.
Oh, it sounded like
okay.
you were saying goodbye to us.
Yeah. You were making it seem like you were saying goodbye to them, and I was just like,
Oh, my
oh,
bad. My
yeah.
bad.
All right.
I was
Well
trying to say
then,
bye to the mercenaries, not the not you guys, because I was pretty sure I was following you guys.
alrighty. So I'll just say Mittens, and then we'll bow out and start heading off.
Mittens, that's what his name was. Yeah, I was saying that to Mittens. That's what I meant, because I said that's what I meant when I was saying, oh, thank you for keeping me alive and crap.
I mean, we've also been doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. That's true.
Yeah,
You
it's been
did
a
give
little
me
bit
the
of both.
check mix. I didn't. I yeah. After I said check mix, I didn't clarify. I was talking to Mittens still. Alright,
Um,
cool. That confusion. Rip.
but yeah, sorry, you were talking to Callie about.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be happy to come along. Thank you for offering. Um, you said we had to stop somewhere first.
Yeah, we're dropping off the crystal to some Warforge in a abandoned factory not far from here.
Um, would Callie? Well, she would, but would she be familiar with the Warforge factory, Dylan?
Hold on. Let me look at your backstory real quick.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah.
She would not, but I believe Jarvis would have said something one of the previous days. I don't know if he was saying that as himself or if he was saying that as Ed, something about Machina.
No,
So,
That was very much
Jarvis.
Jarvis.
That was Jarvis.
okay, so then he would have said uh he would have said something about Machina, and they have been talking about the Warforge factory, so I'll just say that you could probably put two and two together.
Okay.
Um,
We're going on a boat soon, right?
Want to get to New
potentially you're looking to charge someone to get a new Neanzer. So I'll ask you this: you know from last time, those of you that have been, that you would be able to take Kothor through the jungle with you, but the cart would not have a good time of this. So if you're going to go at the same plan as last time, unfortunately, you won't have somebody to watch it for you this time.
I mean, we could
Uh,
before they leave, we can ask them to help hide our cart.
okay. Yeah.
Well, hold on. We could do this. I could just leave my little buddies behind and have them watch over the stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true. Okay. So you're going to do like Pip and Helfrey?
Pip, Helprin, and Zeus. And I'll take the crystal and will it fit into my bag of holding?
You did say it would.
Yes.
And I'll pop into my bag of holding.
Alrighty.
So Pip, Helprin, and Zeus will watch over Kothar in the cart.
Okay. Alrighty. So, yeah. So, Callie, like I said, you would have heard that this has something to do with Machina, but it's not something you've heard of before. So, if that's something you're interested in, you can ask them more about that.
And Pip can notify me at any distance as long as it's on the same plane of existence of like being attacked or something.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to expend my bonus action. Why? Because our cart's being attacked and I need to have them defend it.
Alrighty. So we'll say 6 days you got here, and then you started setting out. So I'll say you didn't end up using the whole day to get up to this point, only like half of the day, and you could start heading about this way.
We might be able
Um,
to get to our old campsite.
You reasonably think so.
The
Oh, you mean
shack
like
that
the
I...
one at the foot of the mountains, or the other
No,
one
no,
before
no,
that?
because we stopped like twice on our way to the mountains.
Right. So I'll say reasonably you end up by the about a little bit after evening you manage to make it to that shack, and
The shack would have collapsed by now.
yeah,
I'd have to
it's
rebuild it.
collapsed, but there is the remnants of the shack.
Well, this
So-
should make it a bit easier to make a shack.
Yeah, and you can definitely like you found where the spot was because of what was left behind. So I'll say
How long does that take us?
I'll say during this night, if I could get 3 people to give me perception checks for watch.
Jarvis can look over watch. Unfortunately, he does not have his great advantages anymore.
That is true.
Perception. Where's the
Uh,
perception?
Walter will make a watch and he'll cast guidance on himself.
Okay.
So add a 1 to this.
It's a D4.
Oh, D4, fuck. 3.
Okay. Anyone for that last watch?
I'll do it.
Okay,
I have a bad perception check though.
that's fine.
He falls asleep.
So Jarvis, while you start your first part of the watch, you're sitting there and you get an alert from Pip.
Mhm.
Would you end up switching over, so to speak?
I would switch over my vision.
Okay.
Just my vision.
As you switch over your vision, you see not openly hostile, but a small little group of compies just kind of like biting on Pip's legs and trying to pull at him. And then Helfreen takes notice, flaps up, and then just hits one of them with a rend, eviscerating them. Just
Well, Halfreen is the homunculus.
right.
He does the little force blasts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He does the little force blast and just
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, because Pip's legs were getting like chomped on, and it wasn't like dealing any damage to him because they got like little teethies, and and then one of them just splattered on the inside of the cart, and immediately the others just flee in terror, making like little noises as they go, and eventually, just, and then they all just kind of settle back in with no additional disturbances for the rest of your watch. Walter, during yours, when you switch with Jarvis, you're sitting there, and you actually, I believe I had pointed out to someone else had noticed this before, but if it wasn't you, you'll have seen it now. But if it was you, just correct me. As you're sitting there and you're taking your watch and you're looking around, you do see, much older now though, but there's still remnants of them, what seem to be humanoid-sized, like paw prints, basically.
Oh, yeah, you told us about that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So remnants of X. Oh, actually, hold on.
Michael?
And beyond that, you would notice. You think you see a light off in the distance, and after a little bit of time, you do.
Coming from where?
About 120, maybe a little bit more feet away from you. No, yeah, definitely more. Probably No, yeah, 120.
Would it be from the direction that you'd be coming from the Warforge factory, or?
It looks like it was moving from that direction, from the Warforge factory, and slowly like moving past you towards the road, but like that distance out.
Does it like pause at all? Like notice our campfire?
There's occasional pauses to what you can tell, with a 19, what seems to be a gate. But they don't stop for incredibly long. Kind of like they take a couple steps, stop, take a few more, stop. And the same sort of process just gets repeated. You notice, though, as they're moving through, beyond the light, they're not making a lot of noise. The light was the only thing that attracted your attention, which in a thickly packed jungle like this, they should be making a lot more noise.
Walter. Hold on. I'm gonna make a wisdom check. Okay, he doesn't think it's a ghost.
Okay.
Huh. Maybe it's just a really stealthy Warforge or something. I'll let Senator know.
Yo, it's Matt.
Yo, what up, Matt?
Oh.
I'm here.
Very good, very good. You guys didn't explore that labyrinth any further and have decided to head back towards the Warforge factory.
Okay, I'm going to level up very fast.
Okay. As your watch ends, Walter, and you switch places with Center, he'll sit down and try to perceive this light that you told him about, which by the time your watch is over, it happened.
I would
around
have
the
said like
middle.
it's moved on by now, but like I would have told him to like keep an eye out for a light just in case it's stalking
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
It would have happened.
You can
if you
reroll
roll
that,
one.
if that's
yeah,
a
reroll
one.
that. Yeah. Yo, there we go.
Reroll.
Yeah, I'm a tank.
Hell yeah.
I'm a golden god.
You put golden.
Proceeds to take 263 points of damage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandra, you wouldn't even notice anything. Like you're looking, and I would say, as a matter of fact, during your watch, you're so focused on looking for another light that you
Oh,
never
no.
see that you don't notice anything else.
Come
Yeah,
daybreak, you
that's not
see some glowing eyes off to the sides. That
no.
a pack of raptors have got you surrounded.
I would
Oh,
say that
no.
by the time it's like actually morning and people begin to wake up, you were so kind of focused looking for this light that when the first person gets up, it kind of spooks you a little bit. And you're like, oh, and then you're like, no, it's just you. Which we'll say maybe it's Aaron in this case. Aaron's the one that wakes up before everybody else, and he just kind of gives you like a little startle because you were too focused on that. But after that, I will say, you end up packing up whatever you put out for camp that night, and spend about another day's worth of travel until you do eventually make your way to the foot of the mountains, and in the distance you can see, and technically Tom's heard this as Vox, but Dustin hasn't, so I'll describe it. Actually, I don't think Matt was here when I initially described it. I could be wrong. So
What is it?
the Warforge factory, like from the
Oh
outside.
yeah, I didn't.
All right. So as you look up towards the Cascadias, you would see a waterfall coming down from incredibly high up. You think several hundreds of feet up, and there's a metallic sort of platform that's been constructed around it at about 3/4 of the way up this waterfall, and there's what appear to be several buildings made out of long since overgrown metal and glass, and that's sort of what it is. Like it's almost like a U shape, but the U shape is like extending out from the cliff face, with the waterfall kind of like cascading down the middle of it. And yeah, and you would just kind of be like catching this at around I'd say you'd be catching this around like after, just as the sun is like starting to go down, so you almost like don't spot it at first. And then I'll say if I could get 3 people for watches, please.
I'll do
Alright,
one
Cal-
again.
Cal would do a watch.
I'll do one.
Alrighty.
Perfect.
Not great.
Alrighty.
I'll actually grit my teeth and roll that again.
Oh!
I'll keep the
Okay.
original.
Aha!
I'm gonna perceive so friggin' hard right now.
I'm re-rolling that fucking thing.
Oh
bro.
my god. Okay, fine. Yeah, you can re-roll the natural one.
Halfling.
Oh my god!
You doubled it.
Yeah,
You increased it by 100%.
This is true. 100% failure.
So Walter, as you take the first watch and you're looking around, you
Looking around at the speed of sound.
you start trying to, maybe see if you see a light again.
Oh snap.
Unfortunately, though, you don't this night. But you do consume a bit of your time like focusing on it, and you don't notice anything else. Nothing else seems to like catch your attention, and the rest of the time you just kind of sit there looking at the fire, maybe fiddling with something, and things go by uneventfully. Callie, you settle in after Walter, hearing that there's not really much to worry about. Maybe you're in a more relaxed
I'll cast
state.
guidance on Callie as I go to bed.
Okay.
So roll a
I
d4.
mean, the roll
Tom.
already happened, but
Oh, I
yeah,
get
go
it.
ahead, roll the d4. Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Tom?
You're gonna allow me to re-roll it again?
No,
Roll a
you're adding a
d4.
d4.
Oh, roll a d4.
Yeah, I'll say that you got guides guessing you.
I knew I was gonna get a
Okay.
1. I
So-
fucking knew it.
You settle
freaking
in to
standing.
your duty,
That guidance.
and for some reason, you're very tired. Perhaps it's because you've just been doing a lot of this very exhausting walking in the jungle. You're not very used to it. You're from
You're distracted by those sweet dwarven cheeks of Walter.
yeah, maybe you're distracted by a Walter now, but you do start to
Tired.
nod off, and just as you almost slip into sleep, you catch yourself, and with that 5, you manage to stay awake for the rest of the night. But it is a difficult night of you constantly fighting sleep, and eventually, just as your watch is about to end, it comes to you, and you knock out.
That's bad.
However, Bruce will wake you up.
You are so fucking lucky we're not at a wizard party right now. You fell asleep, you fucking lucky bastard.
Wait, what? But I'm
You
a
don't deserve your
bastard?
legs right now.
Oh my god! She, Bruce, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. You gotta learn one day.
One day I'll take your legs.
She starts
One
crying.
day.
She starts crying. I didn't mean to.
You know what? Those tears will make you remember.
Oh my god!
Oh, Jesus.
One of these days he's gonna do an Isaac and just like chop off one of her legs. It's like, don't worry, we can regrow it.
What would Marcus say?
There is no God here anymore.
Oh my god!
Because you fell asleep, God left us.
She just goes back into like the tent and just still
It's a
crying
shack.
herself to sleep. Shack,
Yeah.
the shack.
The shack, yeah. cries
Yeah, she's
herself
just
to
crying
sleep.
herself to sleep.
Question.
Yep.
What is the true name of God?
Jehovah.
Yahweh.
No,
Hydra.
Dylan knows. Dylan knows the answer.
It's the Sphinx riddle, isn't it?
No.
Oh,
No, Dylan does not know the answer.
the true name of God? Yeah, Yahweh.
No,
You
it's
were not
Chuck.
worthy.
You are not
Who?
worthy.
It's Chuck.
Oh yeah, it's Chuck. You're right. It is Chuck.
Definitely Yahweh.
It's definitely Yahweh. So I'll say, Bruce, as you sit down for your watch after after what you said to Callie, you sit there and maybe you're thinking about ways to prank her. Maybe, really put the fear of not God into her, to take her job at watch more seriously. And you, I'll say during this time, you get very fixated on it, and you come up with quite the clever plan. Which is entirely up to you, whatever that plan is, but you come up with quite a clever plan to prank her. But nothing else happens during your watch. And eventually the dawn would come. You guys would pack up. I would just say I hope retroactively up until this point you guys have been marking off any rations. Always got to remind people. It's been a total of, since we started the session, 8 days now. So, yep, if you haven't been. And you guys begin to head towards, a little bit closer to the foot of the mountain. You find this trail. For those of you that haven't heard this bit yet, it's a series of switchback trails that go up this sheer, well, not entirely sheer, but semi-sheer cliff face. They start out sort of wide, where you think two of you abreast could walk up it, until it eventually narrows to where it's like one at a time. And you spend about a good
Before we
part
head
of
up
the
there, I'll
day-
use speak with animals
Oh,
to
sorry,
tell
go ahead.
Kothar, like, it's just like last time, we'll be back.
Lothar isn't there.
Yeah,
No,
he is.
Kothar would be there. Yeah, he would have come along with you. He's just been kind of like separating off from the group and kind of like meeting back when you guys get to specific areas. So yeah, Kothar will just, okay, I'll wait. I saw some berries over there, and then he'll turn around and trudge off into the jungle until eventually you don't see him anymore. But yes, so as for the path, eventually does get narrow until you finally find yourself almost, after about like half a day's worth of travel, at the top where this like sort of shelf is, and it opens back up to like a 2x, and I'll move the map.
Quick question.
Yep.
Did we decide on spear for the melee weapon? Or for the bayonet?
What are you talking about?
The bayonet he
Slash-
added to his gun.
Oh yeah, D6. Yeah.
Always or only?
If you I think what I was saying was if you it's a two-handed weapon, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just a straight D6.
Okay.
So we would have Aaron, but Zeus and Helfrine wouldn't be here. Oh yeah, Pip wouldn't be here either. I'll move you to over here because this is the spot. So yeah, you're only gonna be on this map sort of briefly until you head inside, but I figured I'd just show it. So essentially, you come to the outside portion of the factory, and you would see a long since abandoned cart with a series of different types of unrefined chunks and plates of scrap and mined metal on this sort of conveyor belt on the outside down towards the bottom left here. And some of it rusted, not all of it. Previously, when you guys were last here, you did harvest some good scraps from there.
I got a few pieces of adamantine.
Yep, that you did.
And I got-
And
Mithril adamantine.
yes, I think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And once you would come in through this area here, it had been previously, just as like sort of a recap, there was documentation from Machina Industries saying that this factory is essentially 15 years old and was abandoned not long after its opening due to the ever-encroaching jungle, poor real estate, and some undisclosed other issues that they seem to have been having at the time. Also, most of these weapons aren't here anymore because they were taken by Jarvis, I believe, and put into Ed's bag of holding.
No, I have my own bag of holding.
All right, Jarvis's bag of
The only
holding,
thing
yes.
that Ed has is the punchy slashy.
Right, yes, give and take. And essentially, these seem to be out of character, kind of akin to some of them. Bloodborne trick weapons, others magical, like little projects, homebrew projects of the individuals that once ran this facility.
Specifically, a gravity crystal hammer,
Yep, a graviturgical hammer.
trick axe, blueprint, bloodborne,
Yep,
and a blade staff.
yes. As well as there was also the shield, which seemed to be of a, if I remember correctly, adamantite mithril combination construction.
Did anyone put,
Wait,
someone put
if it's mithril adamantite, my shield.
Or I'm sorry, I might be getting confused because you picked up mithril and adamantite. I think I said it was one of the two, not both.
I think it was just normal steel. At least I thought it was.
Okay, so then no, yeah, you're right. My bad.
The only thing that was special on the table was the gauntlets.
Right, that was the only thing that was magical.
well, plus
Well,
the
technically the hammer has
Yeah.
like, yeah.
tech basis.
Yes. But you guys would end up traveling back through this room, down this hallway. You would sort of, I believe I said see through like glass here. Or no, sorry, the door here was locked. Or no, did you guys manage to knock this door open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So this door would still be slightly ajar, and it seems that like this is where the metal would get hammered out and refined, and then pressed even further as you came out onto this catwalk here, and looked down through the shattered glass, where it gets pressed into pieces for different parts of the Warforged body. There's no crystals on this thing down here, but this is a platform, not a conveyor belt down below that leads past the waterfall. And just this is like where they would be the finished product, sort of. They'd get like moved along this conveyor belt, and in here, I don't remember if Bruce had specifically gone into this room with them, but they probably would have mentioned to you that it seems like where this facility powered, this is where life is given to the Warforged. But these ones all over here seem to be like loaded up and awaiting some sort of transportation. But yeah, and when you guys would go through, I don't have a map for this part, but when you would go through underneath the waterfall, I imagine probably Aaron dancing item again to keep something from hitting him in the head, the water from hitting him in the head. You would come into this sort of open cavernous area in which being agreed, Aaron did explain this to Bruce, the plot of the Fallout games, because there's a large Fallout vault door in there. However, instead of using a Pip-Boy to open it, that metallic red punch card that you guys had previously found would be inserted, and then the lever pulled, thus opening the door.
Yep. As Jarvis will do the thing.
Very well, and it'll do that beep, 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 and then you get like the pneumatic hisses, the depressurization, then as it would start to roll along its track and open its way for you, and you would come into.
No. Just out of curiosity, are you gonna go by room again?
I can if you want to.
Not really.
Well, I'm gonna do the initial reception area, and then if you guys are just gonna head all the way towards the back, I could say that you all just head towards the back.
Standing behind this door is Jeff Bezos.
No, Jeff Bezos left. And left his clone.
Oh no, just his clone?
Oh, Pippin Hellfang.
Essentially.
No.
But
It's
yeah,
even worse.
you'd
The
walk
Zuck stands behind
into
the door.
this sprawling, large, sort of like reception area, and you see many of these different Warforge milling about. You do see looks of recognition from a number of them. I would also say that the vault door itself, instead of having a number on it, it had the Machina Industries logo, as well as this large stained glass clock back here also has, up above, has the Machina Industries logo. You wouldn't be receiving a greeting so much as last time, where it's like, oh, welcome, as if like you hadn't been here before. They all just simply kind of nod and give their acknowledgement. And I'll say you would end up heading, I'll move you to definitely past the classroom, probably to this area. Jesus.
There is no Jesus, only Zool.
Only Zool.
I meant Zool.
As you go through the different areas, you would have passed by a classroom where they seem to educate a number of the Warforged in different ways. They seem to be studying something having to do with the basilisk still.
Oh God, no!
And what do you call it? You would have passed by the water tank with the water genasi in stasis to eventually come past the little prediction ballroom, which kind of works like the Futurama, robot in the pool of water colored balls thing. And then this, which they referred to as like an arcane organ. I know it looks like desks with papers. It's supposed to be more like a big keyboard that you sort of like play, and it looks like there's one of those larger Warforged that was like mid-construction. Until eventually you guys get over here. Was it
Where's
shift?
Bossman, by the way?
Bossman, he would be probably waiting over here by the security gate.
He just likes to stand there.
And as you guys like approach, you just be like, "Oh, well, looks like you're back."
You got the crystal.
Yeah. What happened to the one dude?
Oh, right. He kind of like looks to the left, looks to the right real quick, and then back to you. I wouldn't worry about it.
Insight check.
Sure.
I have a weird feeling. Did they let him go?
He's definitely hiding something. Not very well at all.
Did you let him go?
Yeah, did you let him go?
Look. He was a Machina employee. This is a Machina facility, and policy dictates that I do as I am programmed. So I did. I apologize greatly for the conflict.
He tried to kill all of you.
Hold on. Did you let him back through here?
No, he left.
Oh, thank God. Wait.
Machina Industries tried to have all of you killed. They clearly don't want you around.
Right. But
But you
he's
can think outside of your own programming.
I don't know about that. I wasn't programmed to.
Do you at least understand self-preservation?
Of course, it was programmed into me.
Well, the guy who you're based off of wants you to not exist.
He's like, he kind of like starts twitching a little bit, and he's like, "Look, I'm gonna go think about this," and then he just kind of like walks past you.
Please do.
I will say, after that, easily enough, you proceed through the security, and you head towards the final room.
Bruce would like to stay behind and go look at the water genasi.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll oh my god, that's right. There's like still signs of combat. Also, I don't think y'all did anything with his body. His body would still be here.
That's right. We didn't do it.
You know what? 15 giggles. I'm gonna see if there's anything else good on him. Since we have time now. Probably smells,
Sure.
though.
It's probably very rank.
It's pretty rank, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put a cloth over my
Walter's
face
fine.
Oh my god, I see
Search
Vox.
this body.
Go away, Vox. And I see X. Go away, X. We'll say Bruce stayed behind, because he did say he stayed behind. Yep, got rid of the dancing item.
It's time
Edge
for
should
another
not
lightning
be
bolt.
God damn it.
massive. I'll just say you take your time and you search through them, and you don't find anything else.
What about his armor?
He is wearing plate, but it was pretty roughed up in the fight.
So it's not fancy plate.
It's not fancy, and now
Alright.
that he's been decomposing in it, you think it would probably require not only a thorough cleaning but a decent repair.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Hey Ed, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah, you're doing it.
Can you just chuck him into the liquid lightning over there?
All right.
Okay. I'll just say Ed does that. He chucks Deus's body into the liquid lightning as it and just
Like a bug on a bug zapper.
disintegrates him.
Little chunks.
So how are you guys doing this?
Alright. First, we need to remove the core, correct?
Yes.
Yes. The
And I'm
old one.
I'm pretty sure I know how to do that, right?
I believe you and Walter both figured out the process. Yeah, so I'll just say make me a history check at advantage to remember how to do it the right way.
Cast guidance.
I'll take it.
Yeah, Walter casting guidance is just Walter being supportive.
Okay. Yep, oh, definitely. You remember easily enough. You walk over to this initial console over here, and you make sure that the switch for power is firmly set to off. You then enter in a code, relatively simple to remember. We'll just say it was 0868, and then once you do see like some small little areas from over here begin to like depressurize, and you walk back over to here, and there's a separate keypad with another code, which we'll say is like 4321. And
That's incredible. I got the same thing on my luggage.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What kind of idiot puts that? So at that point, once you do that, you do hear the little click in the area of where the lexicon comes from, but also at the same time, the glass case begins to swing backwards on a hinge, revealing the depleted power core.
How big is the power core compared to the thing we brought?
About the same size. that image might not be entirely accurate in its representation.
Okay.
So, but easily enough, you kind of like go to lift the initial one, and there's like a little bit of a, you have to give it like a little bit of a left hand twist, and then pull it up, and it
All right.
comes out.
Is it just crystal?
You would notice, no, you would notice as it comes out that any remaining like light that was there beyond the electrical goo bath over there sort of like dims to the absolute minimum and then slowly flickers out. But you work quickly after that and install the new one and give it the right hand twist as it and the sort of like call it like backup generator level energy starts to like kick back in again. However, it recognizes, it seems, that like there's a new source, and it begins to automatically close the glass case and like start to like repressurize itself as it like clicks into place and everything, and the seal is made on the glass. You then walk back over, making sure just to click in the thing for the lexicon so that's not stuck out.
Well, let's make sure the lexicon is still there.
Well, that's true. You may also do that if you wish to.
Is it?
It is still there.
I poke it with my finger. Is it real?
It is real.
Okay.
Your finger does not pass through it. You then make sure that's securely in place. The code no longer needing to be entered. And do you flip the switch?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. You flip the switch, and you watch as the green crystal begins to slowly from the center of it sort of like take on this red, almost like a flame, like red orangish, like a little flame in the middle of it, but then it kind of like bursts and like flutters to life, and the color like rises in intensity, and it goes like much like a fire as it goes up in degrees to these varying shades of like first like reddish orange to more orange than white, and until eventually it's a blue, almost like the same color as the lightning area. And you begin to hear things around you, tubes hissing, machines unseen within the walls thrumming to life with power. There's a steady hum, much louder than before, even like to the light sources, and you have successfully brought life back to this place. You begin to hear over the intercom,
Huh?
power returned, operating at 100% capacity. And you would hear further down the hallway over to your right sounds not all dissimilar from the vault entrance, that sort of like creaking and loud pneumatic hissings, and you think that the
giant ass door.
doors to the core are finally being opened.
Ooh, Walter and Aaron, you go see that.
Just fucking space to the wall.
As you guys head towards that, I will briefly head back over to Bruce. So Bruce, I know I could do, but I'm just going to do this for convenience's sake. I'm just going to pop you here. Marcus isn't here anymore.
He never was
mean-
here.
Farkas.
Rip.
But yeah, Barkus.
No, Farkas.
Right. That's right. Fake
You remember
Marcus.
a fart gun, not dart gun. Or, I'm sorry, dart gun, not fart gun.
Yes. So Bruce, you would be around over here. This guy would have come back over here. I believe. Yep. Okay. So, as you approach this glass tank, you see what appears to be a 15 to 16-year-old water genasi.
I thought
sort
that
of
was
just...
Megamind for a second.
What? That doesn't. No way.
At a quick glance, the tiny image looked like Megamind.
you just see him sort of like, eyes closed, gently floating in this liquid. And a Warforged over here just monitoring vitals and whatnot on these many different complicated looking consoles.
All right. I'll go up to the Warforged and be like, "Hey, what's going on here? I'd really like to know more about why you have this man in the tube."
He will slowly turn around and, hello. Um, this specimen was designated to be kept in stasis. That is to the extent most of this unit's knowledge. But I can provide you with additional information uh, depending upon my storage databanks.
Who ordered him to be here?
Uh, Wesley Machina, the owner and founder of this facility.
Is the Genasi still in critical condition that it needs to be in there?
He was not injured, if that is what you're asking. He has simply been sustained within this tank since he was created.
All right. Well, do you have protocol to keep him here?
He is to be kept alive. However, with the minimal power that has been used to keep him in this suspended state, this unit is not sure if he will survive exiting the tank. However, if power were restored, a more accurate reading could be taken, and perhaps he could be released from containment.
Is I'd like to know more about um was this a spur of the moment thing where you just found someone and put him in a tube, or does this happen a lot?
He would like go to say something, and you would see his blue eyes briefly flash red, and in a voice different from the one that he's been speaking to you in, would just say, "Classified information access denied." And he would uh, then switch back to the blue eyes and look at you and go, "Unfortunately, I cannot provide that information at this time."
All right. Well, who can classify it for me?
Perhaps, and he would kind of very slowly shuffle over to about here, but like constantly just looking back towards the console. Um, and he would, yeah, I'd say probably around this time. I know I had him over in the little pool room. This guy would be sort of like walking down. You had seen him like previously pacing in the hallway when you split off from the group, kind of questioning his decisions, and trying to quote unquote think for himself or beyond the bounds of his programming. And as soon as he gets there, he would just kind of like see the other Warforged like looking towards him like as if to question him, and he just goes, "What's going on?"
I'm seeing a man in a tube right now, and I'm not liking it. So I'm just trying to find out more.
Oh, right, right. Um, Hold on, and you'll see kind of like his eyes briefly flash red, but then green, and then like almost like in this, you don't physically see anything go between them, but like they lock eyes with each other, and then the other one's eyes will flash red, but then also green, and then he'll simply turn towards you. The information has been declassified.
Didn't we already get that information though?
You got some of it. You didn't get what he's asking for. You got more broad strokes, kind of like what he's been getting right now. This individual is the first member of a secondary project of this facility. Project. Give me a second. Give me a second. I have this in my notes. I know I do.
Liquid reincarnation.
Right.
Organic android.
Operation Genesis. It was. Yeah, no, I guess theory crafted would be the term. It would no theorized. It was theorized by Dr. What did I say her name was? Lorraine Palmer, I believe, was the name I gave. I think it was, yes. It was theorized by Dr. Palmer that in addition to life forms such as ourselves being artificially created, perhaps organic life could be created in this manner. And he is existing proof of this. They essentially bound the essence of an elemental of his variety, in this case with the affinity of water, to something that this unit only understands as soul data in order to create an artificial being. Though he were power restored and able to leave the confines of the tank, he could walk, talk, eat, and breathe like you and learn. He could live a normal life.
Tell me
And
more about Lorraine Palmer.
very well. And at around that point, I would say they would have started the power back. Like you would have briefly seen the flicker, and as things like seemed like to shut down, he would have rushed over to the console immediately, only to, as everything begins to power back up, these would begin to crackle with electricity, like as you see in the image. But now they're physically powering, and things would begin to, like sort of like, almost like a clock within the walls, just. And the manager guy here would just, well, zooey mama, that's wild. They got it back up and running again. Holy shit, I never thought I'd see the day. Look, kid, I gotta go. And he'll just run off as this one just begins fiddling with a bunch of dials and switches. And once it seems that he's satisfied, we'll proceed back over to you. Apologies. It was very dangerous there for a moment. We almost lost him.
Well, you can let him out now, right?
This is correct, though you did want to hear more about Dr. Palmer? Or would
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Very well. He'll just sort of acknowledge that and begin talking to you while not necessarily looking at you as he begins initiating a sequence to let this individual out of the tank. Dr. Palmer was a close associate of Wesley Machina. Not much is known about her or is available within our databanks, but we believe that she was the first ever major contributor to his company, as well as the one who is the creator of us. and also Project Genesis. However, my data is not current, so I do not know her whereabouts or if she even continues to exist.
All right, thank you very much.
This one lives to serve. And he would finish hitting a series of buttons and throw a large switch as you would watch the liquid from the tank begin to get drained. And very slowly, once it's finally like reached the bottom with just a thin like inch or two left, this guy would like very have slowly fallen down towards the floor. And after about 30 seconds, he would begin to just cough violently and begin setting himself into an upright position and getting any excess water out of his lungs until he would look over in your and the Warforge direction and who are you?
I'm a very good friend, and um, do you know anything other than that tube right there?
He looks at you. Well, he looks at the Warforge kind of weary, and then he would look at you and um, not much.
Well, you should get yourself out of there. And then Bruce runs over. Is there like a latch or something that he can open it?
Yeah, the latch would have been released, but it'll start to slowly like push itself open, like the lid, and uh, there doesn't seem to be like a clear-cut way for him to climb out, but there is a ladder over on this side that looks like it could be moved over to climb up and give him a hand out.
Yeah, I'll run over there and help him out.
Alrighty. Um, Yeah, easy enough. It's a little bit harder for us to get a grip because he's quite literally soaked. And when you do touch him, um, some steam begins to sort of like rise off of the areas where your skin makes contact. But sure enough, you do help him out. It doesn't seem to hurt either of you, but it's definitely a
Rapid change in
phenomena.
body temperature.
Good.
Hey, kid, this is gonna sound like a lot, but I can't give you much, but I can give you something that somebody gave me when I was in a similar position to where you are right now. Um, I can give you a family, and I don't know if you have a name, but someone let me use their last name, and I feel like I should let you do the same. So, um, I don't know if you have a first name, but if you don't got a last, you can take Summers.
He he's quiet for a while. Um, he's studying you. You notice him just kind of like taking in like everything about you, and after a while, he'll finally. Um, I I don't think I have a name. Um, and I I don't mean to be rude. I don't know you enough yet to where I would say we're family. Um, we seem kind of similar, and I appreciate it. But I think I'm gonna have to wait on that, if that's all right.
Fair enough. It's your choice. But I can also offer you. Um, I could offer you a little. I could try to answer any questions you have if you've got them, because I know you probably got a million right now.
Where am I?
Like, how broad are we talking here? Because, like, here, or like here?
Um, like, what is this place? Is this my home? And he kind of like, he goes to say like, am I? But then he stops and he looks at you again. Are we from here?
No, this isn't your home. This is a cage. Your home's wherever you want it to be.
Well, that's good. This place does seem pretty small. And it's funny when you said it's a cage, the door areas that like separate into these different spots are quite literally like these iron bar like they do open up like, you know, double wide like that, but it does look like a cage. And you do notice him kind of like look over his shoulder at that, like when you say that, and he's just like, all right, I think maybe I'd like to leave here.
I'm with you. But that's a little tricky. Um, I can help you get to somewhere where you might want to be, but there's a whole lot of jungle around here. Probably shouldn't be alone.
Okay. Sure. Um,
My
is
name's my name's
there
Bruce, by the way.
Bruce? Okay. Um, well, it's nice to meet you, Bruce. Thank you for helping me and offering me a last name. I wish I had a name to give you. He just kind of like looks around a bit and like at his clothes, and he's like, yeah, I don't think I've decided on the name bit yet.
Well, that's all right. I remember when I was younger, just being real pissed. Um, and I'm sure you'll get there. But I I want you to. You don't have to take the Summer's name, and you don't even have to talk to me ever. I just want you to know that you are real, and just uh, you were given a chance, so
he like
don't fuck it up.
he kind of like looks at you a little weird, and then he smiles and he goes, "Mm, yeah, no, I, I don't plan on it. I mean, I feel pretty real too. It's
I mean, you've only ever met me and that guy over there, probably.
he's metal. He's weird.
Yeah.
You look normal. Is that
Well,
wrong to say?
well, that's the thing. Yeah, what's normal? You know, use the N word. We use the N word a lot. Can't normal this, normal that. What does it mean?
Um,
I
I'm sorry, what?
the N word, normal.
Normal. That's the N word, guys.
Yeah. I knew that's what you were going for, but oh my god. Um, he'll just All right. Hey, do you have anything to eat?
Um, yeah, I do. And I'll give him my last 2 rations.
Okay. He'll only take the one, and he'll hand the other one back to you, and he's just like, well, you don't got to give me everything, man. You got to eat too.
Yeah, but I got some friends that'll help you get to where you want to go. So
Are they like him? He points over towards the Warforged.
no, they're not like him at all, really. Um, they're pretty great. You'll meet them soon.
Okay, sure. And then he'll just like
What's in the box?
open up the first ration and just begin just devouring it. Um, and then I'll cut back over to the other guys. Or actually, it's 10:20.
Break time.
So yeah, let's do a little 10-minute break. Come back at like 10:30, 10:31, and then we'll pick up with the other stuff.
Yeah, Dylan.
Yep.
The central processor.
Hashim's real quick.
Hushims. Okay, sure.
I swear to God.
Follow us.
Do you think that we're gonna get fucked up, fucked over?
I
Because Tom just went to Hushums, that's why.
Marcus is playing the double con.
I swear to God.
Wouldn't be shocked. You know what's probably gonna happen? It's probably gonna be like, oh yeah, so like, all you guys weren't looking for like literally 5 seconds. I rewired him to only obey me, and I command him to kill everyone.
I'm only a few days away from completing my mag cannon.
Nancy, I'm gonna be
And
right back. 10-minute break, so you won't hear
I
from
would
me.
really hate for first target to be a possible ally.
What did I come back to?
Nothing. Tom left to go Hushums with Dylan. So, paranoia.
It's probably nothing. almost been 10 minutes. Actually, it has been 10 minutes. It's over 10 minutes.
They're still in Hushams.
Yep.
Holy crap. Pretty sure it's been more than 10 minutes. Crap, did I
Yeah, I'm
post that
here.
already?
Hey, yeah.
Bro, it's been exactly. But
It is not.
yes, what do you
It,
mean?
we
Thought it was
left
10:31.
before. We left before.
He said
I
come
said
back at
10:30,
10:30 or
10:31.
10:31.
Oh, 10:31. I missed that part because when I went upstairs, the time was for me it's 8:31 right now, so it was like 10:18 when I went upstairs.
So
So
realistically, we should be gone for 2 more hours, Dylan.
Right. You're right because he's got no. Okay, so did I move you guys?
yeah, we're looking at like this weird mantis looking
You'd be over here.
core.
Oh, dizzy.
So essentially everyone everyone but Bruce for right now would be over here. And yeah, this it would open up into this large room with these massive just like pipes and tubes. I don't even think you guys would necessarily know that some of them house electrical cables, but they're coming from what appears to be a ring, like a little river of more of that electrical lightning juice, as well as there's a series of like these small platforms that seem to like coalesce and like regulate the energy with a central core platform over here.
Is this where we become Toa?
And dangling above it seems to be just this large, giant, almost like obelisk that's just like coalescing with like sort of like, sorry, not coalescing, pulsing with energy. And hanging down from the bottom of it seems to be just this large, almost crystalline, sort of like, kind of looks like a pineapple.
Well, Quebec, was that in character or out of character?
Out of character. Walter has no idea what Bionicle is.
Okay. I do. Bionicle fun.
Let's say Ed would be there, Callie would be there, Center would be there.
Oh, no.
Still need an image, Dustin.
Yes, I do.
And who am I
Freaking
missing?
hell.
Jarvis. Oh, yep, you put him in. But yeah, and you would see as the stairs sort of like go down towards this little smaller platform there.
It looks like they go up,
Alright.
actually.
I
Up and
suggest
down.
that we only stay here for a little bit, look around, and then leave. Anyone against that? What are you doing there, Walter?
Walter's like just kind of in awe of everything.
Walter, also, do not press all the buttons.
I wasn't gonna
Swear
press
to
any
God.
buttons.
Do not pull any levers.
I don't need a lecture. You're making me want to press buttons and pull levers.
Well, apparently you do because you didn't bother to listen back in the main facility area.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna press a button now.
If you do that, you might make it explode.
You should definitely press a button.
I
Oh.
swear to God.
Walter kind of approaches the big monolith in the center.
Okay. So it's kind of like this thing that you kind of gotta like clamber up onto a little bit. But you do manage to get yourself up there, and there's just like this sort of large platform, and as you proceed, like you fully stepping onto it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would not get that close.
As you fully step onto it, you feel a rumbling, and a beam of light will pulse down, and you feel it almost like it's not harming you, but it's like warm, and it pulses down through your being, and then
Oh, that's
you
nice.
watch as a ring forms around the outside of like the central platform, and it slowly just goes up to about like the mid level of your body, and then it sort of like splits into two smaller rings, and they go all the way to the top and bottom of like your full height, and then
Oh, that thing's scanning you, Walter.
What the
and
fuck is happening?
and then once it seems to have like finished, the ring will dissipate.
Walter, do me a favor and get away from the platform.
um, does it do
Please.
anything?
It takes a moment, and then you watch the giant yellow crystal turn red, and it just goes. Eh.
Oh. All right.
I don't like this. The last time I saw this many lights was at that contracting disaster.
Walter gets away from it.
Yeah, please don't.
Aaron
mess
steps on the platform because he's from the future and has future knowledge.
Aaron, I swear to God, if you get on that platform, I'm ripping you off.
He
I
gets
like
on.
this, I'm
He
stepping back
gets.
to
It
my
looks
hill.
like he's already on the platform.
The second he's about to step on it, I vortex warp him next to me.
All right, he's making a Constitution saving throw, I guess.
Be con save against your spell save DC.
Snap.
That's unfortunate.
Rip.
Get the fuck back next to me.
So interestingly, uh,
All right.
that happens,
What?
and then he just walks back down again. Okay.
So I would grab him by the shoulder and ask him, please.
All right,
Nah.
then he's resisting.
He's resisting.
This seems like a very Aaron thing to do.
This is true. It does seem like an Aaron thing to do.
Fucking.
You're gonna have
I'm not
to
gonna
make
contest
a
him.
strike check.
I'm not contesting him.
Oh, you're not contesting? Okay. Well, yeah, so
No.
he easily enough, he slips out of your grip, and he manages to make it onto the platform. You would watch as the same thing happens again.
He
Obviously,
kind of
just
stands there with like his arms extended outwards from him,
there.
and just like with his eyes closed, his head tilted back slightly.
Yeah, that's it's literally what I was picturing. And it does it, and for some reason, this time, it flashes blue.
That's different.
But there's no chime. It's kind of like silent, and some of the noises that you hear in here start to like stall briefly, but then like kick back in again, and then slowly it would just turn back to yellow.
Okay, I'm by a console, right?
So technically, if that goes up, to me that totally
this
looks
one
like
big
that goes
guys.
down. But yeah, sure. I'll say that there's like a console there. Why not?
Okay, is the console flashing or showing any indication what buttons mean what?
What buttons mean what?
Like, are there like any labels?
Why would any future organization use labels for
What
their
Lots of
buttons?
them, actually.
languages do you speak?
I know. Common, German, Deep Speech, Celestial, Elven, and Draconic.
So interestingly,
He can't read any.
there are some symbols
It's deep speech.
in deep speech.
Oh, what?
Oh crap!
Someone
Deep speech.
But it doesn't form a coherent sentence. There's just like a corresponding symbol above each button. There's not enough to make like a keyboard or something like that. It's kind of more like there's 5 buttons and
They have a label each.
they have a label. Yeah.
Alright,
Oh
I would
jeez.
love to stay here and fuck with shit.
What do
But
the buttons say?
they're in a language I'm pretty sure no one but me here can understand right now.
So I'm trying to think because like it's weird in the PHP/DMG. I know that like the script ends up going into like A through B, but in this case, I would say that these are more like characters that mean more than just a single letter. Kind of more like Eastern languages where the character can mean
So
like a
each
word,
like symbol is basically a word.
essentially.
Okay, what words am I getting then?
The first one, all the way on the left, uh, seems to be the symbol for make or create. The one on the further end, the fifth one, is to break or destroy. Um, the other 3 in the middle, um, the middlemost one seems almost like it says something along the lines of like hold, but maybe
Stop.
not necessarily that word. It could be hold, could be stop. The other 2 are a bit faded.
Could I make them out? What they could have been?
What would this be? Make a say investigation check for this.
I cast guidance.
Can't believe Walter's a spellcaster now. This is fucking insane. Okay. One
The DC was 30.
That was the
seems
case.
to be.
Yeah.
One seems to be. An adjustment for height, and the other one width.
Alright, everyone just step away from the thing. I'm gonna press something since I can understand what the buttons mean.
Aaron will step back.
I click
I stand behind him so that he gets hit
make.
first instead of me.
You click make. You watch as all of these different other like platforms of sorts, they begin to glow very brightly, and they seem to be within the yellow light that is being emanated from them. You begin to see like these little silvery flecks sort of like floating through the air towards the centers of these things, almost like they're collecting them. And then you would watch as it would all just sort of like coalesce after like enough of it seems to have been collected, and it would all stream towards like what seem to be like collection ports further up here. And you watch as these lines, almost like constellations with like little dots, that begin to like light up, and the line connects another dot and another dot and another dot, and then a form, a ball at first, starts to begin coalescing, I guess again would be the word, towards like this central platform, and then it grows larger and it begins to take a form, a shape. I would say, Walter, make me a perception check at advantage.
I saw this coming.
Oh, shouldn't have been guidance, but there it is.
The
20.
form is very similar to Aaron's in terms of silhouette. And once this humanoid shape is sort of like there,
Oh god,
like
did we
that,
make an Aaron clone?
Hold on.
it sort of like locks and it stays where it is. It seems like the button was depressed. Now it's no longer. It would
Is the
rise again.
weird metallic statue of Aaron doing anything?
It's not doing anything.
I'm gonna hit stop.
You hit stop, and when you do, you would watch this like that sort of ring form again, and then two smaller ones like separate from it and go to the like sort of like almost bottom of the form and the top, but slightly smaller, and then they would slowly start to like close in around the form until it was like just around the outside of it, and then stay there. Sort of like a ring, like a Saturn's
Cool.
rings.
Yes, yeah. I'm just okay. Please do not press any of the buttons. I'm going to check something real quick, then get rid of this. Does this thing look like it's alive or just a statue?
It doesn't seem to be alive per se at first, but as you approach it, what would apply to this? Either a medicine or an arcana check. What could possibly be defined as life does seem to be there. It's not breathing per se, but it's the sort of like semi-alertness of one of the many Warforged that you've seen since coming to this place, kind of in a stasis or standby mode.
Got it. Got it. What were the rightmost buttons again? Destroying what?
Destroy, and then there was also height and width.
Okay, so there's make, create, destroy, height, and width.
So
There's
Right.
also stop. You forgot. It's make or create, and then stop, height, width, and then
Okay,
break or destroy.
break or destroy. Okay, I'm going to click destroy.
Very
did he
well.
say it out loud when he identified the buttons?
I did not.
You did not. Alrighty. You hit the break or destroy, and you would watch as what would be the best way to describe this? Kind of like, you know, like the Iron Man suit that he has, like later on, where like literally just sort of like it's
The
almost like
nanotech?
liquid and it forms over. Yeah, it's like the nanotech. It's like that, except like it just kind of like plops down slowly, like it deforms this like human shape of Aaron, and sort of like plops into a puddle on the floor, and then that slowly not disintegrates. Well, I guess disintegrate would be the right term, but not in the way of where it's like he's
Liquefy.
just turned to ash. No, it would have liquefied.
It's
in
like it's
becoming the puddle.
evaporating.
It's like it's evaporating. You watch as like those little flecks begin to sort of like return up into the machine up above.
Now,
Wow,
when I
thanks,
do
Jarvis. You
that,
just killed my doppelganger.
hold on, I was about to say, while it's doing that, is the doppelganger showing any signs of struggle?
While any of that was happening,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't showing any signs.
Okay.
Simply, what you weren't sure whether or not it was aware of its own existence, but if it was, it seemed to have just accepted its fate.
Well then,
Would I give you the ability to play God and you instantly kill someone?
no, I unmade something that shouldn't have been made.
Just like the simulations.
Okay. So who would like to down low on what just happened?
I think I understand what you did. You press a button which made a copy of Aaron as a Warforge?
More like it was a metal. Not exactly Warforge. It was something else. It was a. I don't. I don't know. That's the thing. And if I were, I,
Well, there's a way to find out. We complete it forming.
I don't feel like we should be doing this right now.
Think
Well,
we can
when's
make
a good
whole
time,
army
Jarvis?
that fights with this kind of
So I'll
Don't
say
know.
this console had all those buttons. This other console has other buttons.
Might as well read those.
Think we could build a whole army to fight the Confederates?
You say that, and that's what I'm worried about might come to a conclusion from someone. Not that I'm
See.
for the Confederates, I'm just saying,
I came to the conclusion, let's fight those fools with this thing.
well, no.
I mean,
a bad
that's
idea.
making a slave race to fight
Exactly.
a group of people, which is
You don't want to guess.
it's enslaving a race of people, which is what the Confederates are doing.
You don't want to guess the situation.
Conflict of interest. I see.
So I'll say this: these other buttons.
The editing.
Do you actually no? Yeah, I just checked your languages. You do not, unfortunately, speak this language, but I believe one of your party does.
Do I recognize the script?
I, I don't think so. I don't think it's similar to the ones that you do know.
Aaron kind of takes a peek at it.
What does he
Take a
know?
look.
Giant and Sylvan.
Take a look-see.
No, because Sylvan's script is Elvish, right?
Yeah, and actually, Deep Speech uses the same script as Elvish
Okay, so then
because
he
it
would
doesn't have its
recognize
own native script.
Right, it would recognize the script, but not necessarily the meaning behind what's implied there.
So is it Sylvan or is it Elvish?
No, I'm talking about the original 5. These
Oh.
ones, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think. Center. What languages do you speak?
I got Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Halfling, Primordial.
Unfortunately, none on those accounts. Callie, what do you speak?
Is it French?
No, it's not. It's not French
it
because then
croissant?
it would be in common script. Tom, you here, right?
He's talking to his brother.
Oh, he went to go talk to. When did he say that?
A while ago. He's not back yet.
Jesus Christ, dude! This man.
Alright, my friend, so after taking a nice, good old look at this thing, I can't understand a word I'm seeing.
So it's not Celestial.
Hold on. Let me. No, it's not Celestial. Let me check Callie's sheet real quick.
What script is it?
I think this is one of the ones
Deal.
that has its own script.
Is it No, it can't be Draconic, is it?
No. I'll say for the purpose of this, because Ed wouldn't know it. Callie would walk up and she'd look at it for a little bit and then just go, "That's infernal."
Is it Infernal and Celestial have the same script?
Do they?
Pretty sure.
I
Infernal
don't
and
know.
Abyssal.
I don't remember what the scripts are off the top of my head.
I'm grabbing the PHP.
5e Tools also has it.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Make no promises.
No, it has no Infernal. It is of Infernal script.
Yep, I knew it had its own script.
Abyssal uses Infernal script.
That it does.
So,
Callie will look at it and go, I think it's Infernal anyway. Either I'm rusty or it's a dialect I don't quite understand, but I think, and on this one, there are 3 buttons and what looks like a slot. The slot,
Yeah.
I would say, if Aaron's over in the area, looks like a coin slot.
Oh, that's where you put the platinum chip that you need to deliver to Mr. House.
I'm not combining that many things.
I don't have
it,
any platinum coins on me.
it looks like a coin slot, and further down from it on the console is quite literally an ejection port for like if you put the incorrect coin in. And as for what the symbols mean, Callie will take a guess. The middle one looks like it says essence, or maybe that's soul. That's kind of ominous.
oh,
So it makes the body, and then we give it a soul.
And the one on the left,
Oh.
it says, I think that might be,
sound it out.
it's
That's so
it's
condescending.
No, like the problem is that like, and I don't know if this is canon, but I'm making it canon now. There's not really a word for this in Infernal. It just kind of says like bitch.
Oh, it's probably meaning enslave.
But the other one, it says basically evil.
Oh, good or evil.
Right.
I understand
But
what it
apparently bitch or evil.
good and evil.
Aaron will take equivalent of a quarter and drop in a silver piece into the coin slot.
There's like, that little like rolling kerchunk sound, but then eventually you do hear the clatter as if it's been ejected into the little thing underneath.
All right, he'll take it. He'll put in a platinum piece.
Same thing.
Okay, he'll put in a gold piece.
I don't think it uses conventional coins.
Same thing. I'd say make a religion check to determine
It's a
if
soul
you've-
coin. As a player, I know what it is. He'll make a religion check. Oh, let's go. How would he know this though?
You've heard rumor that sometimes, for convenience sake, demons and devils might turn people's souls into currency that they could carry around in their little coin pouches, because for some reason, even though they're super evil, they like to mimic humans a lot.
Oh, this is
Weird.
for like a
Ultra.
soul coin or something.
By just examining this and that, we have literally a we have a humanoid forge
Oh.
that we can literally custom tailor to our design.
This is how we get evil Walter.
Literally, we could literally make an evil Walter if we wanted to. But here's the thing.
I think without a soul, it doesn't have a basis for certain conflicts or comprehensions. Meaning it will be set to a certain dialogue of choices, like the Warforges we met. However, if I'm correct, and how accurate was the copy?
In terms of silhouette,
It
and
wasn't
once you
finished
got,
either, though.
yeah, it wasn't
It wa-
finished, but as you got close, the silhouette of him, I guess you could say the outer shell, the mold of Aaron, pretty accurate.
Okay, this place is very dangerous. Because you know what you could theoretically do with this place?
Make a clone army?
Like an army that'll fight the Confederates?
Worse, replace someone.
Replace someone.
Oh.
Yeah. Make a puppet, put them in somewhere else, and oh fuck.
How do we know this hasn't been done
Oh,
already?
fuck. I now know why the Mocking Industries really wanted to destroy this place.
Has this been used before?
I'm
Is-
guessing.
This is insane.
Can Walter look for like signs that it's
the Confederate
been?
president and spread chaos.
Can Walter
Well,
look for? Holy shit!
Okay, whoa.
Can Walter look for signs of that it's been used before us?
That's what
I don't think we'd
gonna.
even be able to know how that looks.
We would have to
Mm,
look. Is there any
make-
dust in here?
That's a good question.
Because depending on how this room was sealed,
In regards to the dust bit, make a perception check. Walter, if you're trying to look for signs of someone being here before you or this being used before you, make an investigation check at disadvantage.
All right, I'll cast guidance on myself.
I'll first look.
Could
for
I have
dust
Aaron
and-
help me?
Potentially, but only for a straight roll.
Wow, I'm seeing if there really is dust in here.
Holy crap.
What's with these rolls tonight?
The only dust you
Jesus.
find is where we stepped.
There's yeah, there's only dust where you've stepped. There's dust throughout a good portion of this chamber. You guys have definitely disturbed some things. But it seems like in the time since this place was sealed, i.e. the last 15 years, it doesn't look like it's been used in the last 15 years. You can find no other disturbances but your own. As for indications as to whether or not anyone has used it, period, Walter, beyond the dust and just giving it a general look around,
Like, are there
you notice
scratches
that
on the
consoles,
buttons?
yeah, on the
Or are there
console,
any
the
spent
buttons,
soul coins?
they have. Are there any soul coins?
Just
Oh,
lying
spent
around
you think,
for
you
us
think
to
I'd give you
use.
that easy?
No, spent soul coins.
What, would it just like eject the
They
hollow shell?
don't leave anything behind, if I
Then
remember
never
correctly.
mind.
Yeah, it's yeah, because if you use them to restore health or you use them to ask the soul within questions, they're expended upon use. They just dissipate. So, but the buttons definitely look like at some point or another they have in fact been used. There's like some scuffing and scratching to them. More on the console to the right. Almost not at all to the console on the left.
Okay.
It looks like this might have been used just to make the Warforge outside, and
Well, that
it's
doesn't make
occasionally been used to do things over here. Occasionally someone evil, occasionally someone good.
well.
Is there? Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Being from a different place as weirdly in the future, were there things called replicants?
You wouldn't know that.
Because these things are replicas.
Era would probably know like conspiracies and shit. So like
He,
people
Come
being
on.
replaced and whatever.
he might. I'd say you saying the words replicas might even make him say, "Don't you mean replicants?" Because I don't think Jarvis himself would know that idea
I
/
put
term.
a weird finesse on it because replicants. I'm putting Kents on it because it's like,
Cooler.
I don't know, it sounded better.
Cooler, but
It
I don't
sounded more
know.
natural.
Yeah, I don't know if he would divulge any information about those conspiracy theories. It's definitely a Bean question.
Ken
Yeah, it's
Bean's
too
not here.
conspiratorial.
Well,
That is information that I am not comfortable with divulging at this current point in time.
Come on, you gotta give us something. You gave us the checks.
no.
Oh, Senator, I haven't told you about the basilisk.
Oh God.
Blood is pouring from our noses right now due to meta and internal hemorrhaging.
They're alive.
I think we should leave now.
What? And just not take advantage of this beautiful thing that'll destroy the Confederates in one fell swoop?
It could very
You
well destroy
know,
everyone else and not the Confederates.
and I do not want to mess with this place. If anything, we should tell the residents here to let no one back here.
Not even us?
Oh, we could be an
Possibly.
exception.
Because frankly, this place kind of scares me.
I mean, we should have the option to come back here just like in case we ever need to. I don't know what situation we
Place
could
does give me the
possibly.
chills.
I don't know what situation we possibly could need to, but I imagine there would be one.
I feel like this. I feel like we should.
I
get
thought
out of
Jarvis is
here.
all about playing God.
What? Fuck no! I'm all about enhancing the now, not.
That's
fucking-
playing God. Jarvis is not the mad scientist I thought he was.
I'm not a mad scientist. What the fuck? I'm not Look Cucaracha.
The last time I saw a god try to get played, it destroyed the whole contractor factory.
Wasn't a guy contractor factory like they're robots now? It was a
They're all
fucking
drones in my
camp,
eyes.
you fool.
I know it was.
So
Contractor camp, yeah.
if we need to, we can come back to this place and.
We
I
should
don't
also
know.
give them like a code phrase that only
Right.
we know, because we know that people can mimic other people as exhibited by Aaron and Vex. Not Vex,
Right.
Vox.
And I know
Vix.
the perfect code word
Vox.
Tape.
as I use the message cantrip to tell each of you what that word is.
Oh snap!
Oh, smart.
Even
Very well.
Callie and
Not Callie.
Okay.
or this
Good
other guy that we've known for less time, for the same amount of time.
I will tell it to the main people.
Okay, so not center and
Yeah.
not Cali. Okay. So out of character, what is it?
Monkey bottoms.
Monkey bottoms. Okay. Alrighty.
There's a decent chance Ed might just say it out loud. So, now, what does that mean?
I feel like
Oh.
he
What's his
would.
name
Yeah, I
again?
feel like he'd like just mumble himself. He'd be like,
Monkey
"Monkey
bottoms.
bottoms. What the hell? What?"
Just saying.
What?
um, I don't know. I'd have to say maybe roll wisdom to see if he says it under his breath or not. Who has his sheet? Anton,
I
roll
do.
wisdom from Ed's sheet. Let's see.
Tom here? Or he's still away?
Nah, he's probably still on the phone.
Tom does not play Ed.
I apologize. Is Bean? No, Bean left. No. Ah.
It's Luke who
Bean-
plays.
Yeah,
Well,
Luke is Ed.
We need to give
Bean
you a
is
cheat
Aaron.
sheet.
I have slowly made one.
I need to give you a beat sheet, as in I'm going to beat you with a sheet if you don't fucking remember people's names.
A sheet of metal, I hope.
Yeah, he doesn't say it under his breath. He goes to, but then he stops
He
himself.
mouths
and
it, but doesn't
yeah,
let any words.
yeah, like he mouths it. Yeah, then he does like that good idea gif, like where he like like he's tapping his forehead. Um,
Not have said that. I should not have said that.
he's not Hagrid, no. But yeah, so you let them know. Uh, and I'll say for right now, I'll cut back over to Bruce since it's been a while, and I do apologize for that.
What the fuck's a monkey bottom?
Never.
You're
They're
not in
not
range,
arranged,
unfortunately.
please.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Unfortunately, you're not. It would be really funny if you were. Um, but yeah, this young guy, he'll just after finishing scarfing down his ration, he'll just go. So you said something about friends?
yeah. If you want to come with me to meet them, they'll make sure they're pretty strong. I probably couldn't make it on my own either. Um, they they'll get you back to civilization so you can figure out what you want to do.
Oh, all right. Okay. I mean,
Or we can wait for him on the way out. I don't know what you'd prefer.
um,
I don't know if you want to keep eating. I don't know if you're. I don't want to rush you.
oh no, I'm good. I can do that while I walk. Um, but I mean, I've only known you like, and it's weird. He almost like instinctively goes to like look at a watch or something that isn't there, and then he goes, um, not very long, but uh, shouldn't sell yourself short. You seem plenty tough, and
I appreciate it. Well, you've known me your whole life, probably.
he kind of like chuckles at that. He goes, Yeah, I guess I have."
There you go. All right, I'll lead him back to where I saw everyone go.
Alrighty. And I'll say probably around the time, uh, like a minute or two after Monkey Butts, you would have made your way to this spot. You would also have noticed when you went through the security system, he didn't flag anything. And I'm gonna get the little token for him and drop him in. Let's see, marketplace purchases. Could be Urberon, maybe?
What are you looking up?
No, just trying to get that little token again.
It might be. Well, you can just also copy and paste it.
I already switched over to the other thing though. What book was Genasi again?
A couple books.
What was the first book?
I believe Sword Coast Adventures Guide.
I think I have Skag. Sword Coast Adventurers Guide.
No, I think it might have been Elemental Evils.
Okay, so then I don't have Elemental Evil. We'll just say he's there with you. But I'll still be looking for it.
Probably be in
Yeah, that's
Monsters of the
good.
Multiverse.
Don't have that one. Maybe Volos.
Definitely follows.
It's not
Do I
evil.
not?
Why don't
Do
you
I
just
not
copy
have
the token
Volos?
and paste it?
Because I suck, alright? Jesus. But yeah, you come in with with your new companion.
Oh. Hi.
Gentlemen,
What was that?
not playing God again, are we?
We were debating it, but we decided not to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't know how accurate those words are, by the way.
Oh.
Is that the water genasi that was in the tank?
Yeah, long story. Let me introduce you to everybody. I'll wave him up and I'll like put my arm around him and say, "That's Walter. He used to be like a little guy, but now he's like a dwarf guy.
A
That's
littler guy.
Jarvis. Yeah, shorter but stockier. That's Jarvis. He has metal arms and some cool pets that I've taught how to dance. That's
What?
Ed, who's in like a that's Ed. That's Ed, who's in like a sex orgy cult. That's Aaron, who knows like this really famous guy. You'll hear about him later. And then the tune back I don't know too well, but I'm sure they'll introduce themselves to you. And
Okay.
I know it's a lot, but everybody, this is well, you don't even have a name yet, so
I'm surprised he can walk.
yeah, he's got a lot of instincts. I mean, he's been technically alive for a lot longer than he's been mentally alive.
I'm curious. Do you have a preferred sound that you enjoy?
I don't think he's been aware for long enough. He hasn't heard
Hmm.
enough sounds.
I am experimenting with something. That's why I'm asking the man. He is a
Found
man.
it. Um,
You got a preferred sound, kid?
preferred
That you
sound.
enjoy
Um,
are pleasant to the ears.
You like music? Boom, doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doo.
As in
his
particular?
his eyes get kind of bright, and he's like, I don't know what that is, but that is pretty cool. I like that. Sound. I guess maybe like there was this hum I always heard while I was in the tank.
Ah,
Maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, like that, but I don't
hum
know.
is essentially the low hum
Quieter?
of scenery.
Yeah, like that. Um,
Okay, we'll
I
just
I
call
heard it a
them.
lot, so I guess I liked it.
Alright.
Just because you heard something a lot does not necessarily mean you like it.
It
Never
technically was your least and your favorite sound.
it never bothered me. Um, but sure, yeah, I guess.
Alright, we'll just call you Mumbles.
That's no.
Mumbles. Yeah, I don't know why, but something about that just it doesn't feel right.
Okay,
Mumbles.
how about Wix?
Well, I don't think we've got to name him.
He's something he should decide for himself.
Well, technically, it's not even how it traditionally goes.
Yeah, but he's like aware of the world around him. When we're infants, we're not.
Well, I'm just going to refer to you as dude until proper name comes by. Alright.
Sure.
Alright. Well, this right here is something you should not have to worry about, and hopefully never have to worry about again.
Got it. Well, that suffices for me.
Because right now, we are literally in a.
Oh, Walter runs up to Bruce and kind of like gestures at you to lean down so he can whisper in your ear.
He bends down.
All right, if we ever need you to get in here, the password is monkey bottoms. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Gonna end
Got
well.
it.
This ain't gonna.
Got it. Well, I don't even know what here is, but if it's got a password, I'm sure it's top secret.
Well, it doesn't have we haven't initiated the password yet, but that's the password we decided on.
Uh,
I didn't hear that right.
No.
No,
I didn't think I could.
make
I
a
think so
perception.
He
far-
check
was
to
like
see if
right
you-
in his ear, and you're
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
way far away.
Yeah. I'm like the only one who hasn't been told this password. And just,
Well, Callie hasn't either. If you really want to try and listen in, make a perception check at disadvantage.
I mean, all right, sure. Let's go. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba.
You're not.
Oof.
Yep. No.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Not for a little while.
Unfortunately,
Well-
you do not know the.
You don't even
password.
hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like you were just focusing in on him like moving his jaw, but like from the back right angle, and you did not see any words or like letters clearly formed.
Interesting. I can't hear a word they're saying.
But yeah, and this new guy, uh,
yeah. So we're gonna bring him back with us. He's got to get to civilization. So I reckon.
Wait, what? Does
Well-
he even,
Does
even
he?
wearing pants?
yeah, he has clothes on.
Alright, do you have any natural sense of how to defend, or
And we can
use
protect
any-
him.
Yeah,
Hold on. Do you have any natural sense of how to defend yourself, or use any mystical abilities to defend yourself?
Mystical
Magic. Walter will shoot an arc zap into like a blank wall where he knows there's nothing in it. Actually, he'll just shoot it at the floor.
That stuff's real.
Yep.
Yep.
Has been for about 30 years or so.
Hold on. What do you mean by that statement?
I don't know. I just feel like it shouldn't be.
It wasn't 30 years ago.
I don't know why he looks like really confused, and he's like, I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like that shouldn't be a thing.
Bruce, how did they say they made him?
I'm trying to find that out myself.
Well, from what they told us is that they grew him, but based on how he's acting,
Where's his soul from?
that is a good question. As Jarvis looks back to the literal body manufacturing facility, if this thing could make metallic bodies, do you think he was the first one attempt to make an organic one, as they
Well,
truly said?
Man, they
I
did.
know that they.
They did say they bound elementals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just the body, and not necessarily.
No, it was the
soul.
elemental spirit that they bound.
That could just be the again the body, not necessarily the soul.
I mean, what if he's an elemental spirit from here?
I doubt that.
Because, you know, the indigenous people to North America, they kind of believed in all
Well-
that stuff, and
Um,
it turned out
dude.
that a lot of it was real.
Well, true, but dude, what do you think about trains?
I like train. No.
I
No, no, no.
I like him.
He doesn't say that. I couldn't
Genuine
resist.
question.
Train. I'm not sure what that is.
Okay. Horse.
Huh?
Animal?
Okay.
I think he's aware of the natural world.
Well, I'm trying to.
So are you aware of humans?
Aren't we all?
Look at your skin.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks at his skin and he's just like, okay.
You're what we'd call a genasi.
He just kind of shrugs. He's like, I don't know. I feel human. He looks at Bruce like, are we not human? Is that?
It is
I mean, I'm not human anymore. I'm a dwarf now. I used to be human.
I just thought you were short.
Uh,
Just like he's tall, and he points at Ed.
no,
I'm
pretty
a-
sure Ed's
I'm a
giant.
Goliath.
Well, I don't really know the answer to that yet. But I
Yes, go
think we can get answers somewhere, and
Maybe
I
one
reckon I
of
need to
the
find them.
maybe one of the temples back in Nooney might have some answers for him.
Yeah.
If Marcus was here, he'd probably suggest the Church of the Reckoning, but I don't think they'd be able to help him too much.
Anything.
Bruce, you would hear him at the mention of the word church, just kind of like under his breath say Sunday.
Oh.
It's almost like unconsciously he just says Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just Bruce.
Yeah, he would hear it. It very low, like he's just like oh, Sunday.
We don't even see his mouth move. It's so subtle.
All right.
If you were looking,
the-
maybe you would have seen his mouth move, but
Maybe more he was just breathing through his mouth.
could have been.
The
Well-
fact that it showed recognition to the word church.
Right, but only Bruce would have noticed this. So
Well, I reckon we don't have to interview you. You just were born, so
I
Um,
also might bother you with other wordplay just to see if you react in different ways.
Oh, we should probably get going. Kothar's probably wondering where we are.
Yeah, let's GTFO.
We're probably out of Detroit.
it wouldn't even like be around then. What the fuck?
Okay, let's get out of here.
All right, I'll just say, if there's no, if you guys aren't gonna like talk to any other Warforged on the way out, I'll just say,
We'll probably inform the leader of the.
okay.
Give a
Question:
general warning to not let anyone back there unless they give the code word monkey bottoms.
before you leave, before you go inform him of the code word,
Okay.
do you close the doors to the core?
Yes.
Okay. So you do that. You head back through security. Let them know about monkey bottoms.
Are the 3 Warforge and the repair pods finally released?
As a matter of fact, they are. It seems like in no time their maintenance was handled. He actually I forget what I said his name was. I just said that he was like a copy of the owner, Wesley Machina. So I think maybe he was having you just call him Wesley. I could be wrong about that, but he'll say to you, Wesley will just say, well, thank you for all your assistance. And now that the facility's returned to functioning order, we don't have to worry about anything anymore.
Oh,
We'll-
Walter will hand over the spent crystal.
No. Jarvis is keeping that.
Oh, okay. If you throw a like a rock into a reckoning portal, if it were to crop up, and you just happen to be nearby, throw like an object probably about the same size as the crystal into it, and that will give it some weird charge, which is similar to what that crystal is. And it's very likely that if that one dies, you'd be able to replace it by charging an object with one of those portals.
Huh.
We're not 100% certain, but it is very similar to a rock that Bruce threw into a portal.
Also, to increase the lifespan of said rock, make sure to only use the excess energy here for maintenance and repairs. Try not to create any more friends, because that will probably drain the hell out of your
I don't even think they have access to that because they can't get past the gate.
I'm talking about towards the front.
You do
they
remember
literally-
that there was a system in the front for
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
those ones seemed more like the default ones that you've seen in here, the ones that don't seem to have like a lot of specific personality to them.
The ones that are just drones.
Essentially, yeah.
Also, try to make sure no one gets access to the machine works in the front, so as to make more of you guys.
Sure,
that-
I guess we could just take all of the excess metal and
That works.
bring that inside. Although the drones that were made, he'll actually call them drones, but the drones that were made, they're probably just going to stay there. A lot of them are overgrown, and I don't think they're going to end up turning on.
All right.
Too much
But,
time has passed.
I hope we just see this place again. Hopefully intact and not corrupted.
Oh, also, don't trust Machina.
That's kind of hard to do, but all right.
It's something you can work on. You can break free of your programming and become who you're truly meant to be. Just it's like being raised as a child. For us, we're raised a certain way. We have certain expectations from our parents, which you could say are our programming. And as we age, we can either follow that or go beyond it, become who we're meant to be.
Huh. You know, you might be onto something, kid. The only problem with that, in regards to myself personally, I don't think I can. I'm just kind of a copy. The rest of them might have a chance.
There
I don't think they're copies.
are people who are born who are twins, is what we call them. They're identical twins specifically. They're completely identical, but they can end up as two different people. They might start in the same place, but over time they diverge. Just because you're a copy of Wesley Machina does not mean that a decade from now you'll still be Wesley Machina. You'll be someone else. Whether if you choose not to be. If you continue to choose to be Wesley Machina, then you can continue to do so. But I imagine the modern day Wesley is very different than what you are now.
I don't know. I haven't known what he was like since the last time I saw him, and that was, well, 15 years ago. But
Well-
back then, we seemed to be exactly alike.
Keep this in mind. Free will. if you can implement that into each and every one of your companions here, including yourself, then you'll be amazed at what happens.
Yeah, you all have a choice to do what you want. You can make your own little Warforge society here.
Yeah.
You don't have
Even
to be
possible.
bound by what Machina Industries stuck you with and then abandoned you for 15 years.
Even possibly set up even trade routes to other people.
Huh.
Develop as a society rather than secluding yourselves to here.
Yeah, you're good at robotics. You could probably, rather than the drones, you could probably make rudimentary artificial machines like Jarvis's little um, Pip that can do like little tasks. Like you could make a tilling robot that will till soil for people.
I don't think that's necessary the route to
I mean,
go. But
it's a suggestion. It's something that they could use as a trade thing. Like they could trade these little machines and get stuff in return.
Make a nuclear
Because-
detonation check.
Well, I'll say it's a lot to take under consideration, but y'all seem like good folk, and you did save us
and repair you.
and repair some of us, yeah. So I guess I'll try. Have them try too. Well, wherever your road takes you, be safe.
You too.
Likewise. As Jarvis will extend the hand to shake.
Very well. I'll shake your hand.
Walter will do the same.
You will shake your hand too. And having shaken both your hands, after that, I'll say you guys head out and might call it early here tonight just because I don't have too much more planned.
It's okay. If I'm being honest, I almost fell asleep on my chair twice, but that's also because I was tired from work. It's not really your fault.
It was a slow session, but we need a slow session every now and then.
I
Yeah.
appreciate your honesty, Dustin.
Also, we kind of
Thank you.
did a lot right there.
Yeah, we
was-
gave a
it
whole
was
society a
taxing my
new
little
path.
brain. Maybe a new path if they even break free from the directive.
Let the shackles be released.
Oh, snap! It looks
But,
like Zuck become human is gonna come after all.
Zuck become human.
What am I thinking of? Okay, what's a society that used robots as slaves and then robots became sentient and didn't want to be tossed around anymore?
Detroit
Kmart?
become human.
Terminator.
No, not Terminator.
Detroit.
Detroit become human.
Thank you.
The
That's why I
Kalon.
said Zuck become
Detroit
human.
becomes Zuck.
Yeah, Zuck
Let's go
become
Detroit become human. Up in the ship, or or Warforge become independent.
Human will not be tossed around anymore.